Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing wonderful in this lovely evening. And in this wonderful evening, we're going to be bringing you ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Invitational Season 5. And as you can already see on your screens, is the grand final. This is going to be the fight of the Titans. And as soon as we can, we're going to be heading into the game. And before we do get into that, you can also see the maps. And I'm your host, Cresto, and joining me is going to be Kirito. How are you, Kirito?
I'm doing good, Cresto. Thank you for the introduction. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen. The Series 5 Grand Finals has begun between these two behemoths of a team in our scene, Exceeli and LarioX Esports, respectively, going into these Grand Finals in a best-of-3 series. But before we go into all that statistics, there's some things I want to talk about ESPL with the viewers. It's that ESPL is a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia through the PowerUp series. Visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more tournaments like these and fun esports content. We're currently live streaming on ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube as well as BongoBD.com. Organizer, Sports Players League ESPL, and country partner is BongoBD. So back with the game, we do see the map picks are in. The first map being an Ascent pick by LarioX and the defense side pick by Exceeli. Both teams are really good at this map. They're really aggressive and they're really tactical. I prefer to say that Exceeli can play both passive and aggressive. Considering their new lineup, I'm really interested to see if they're going to play maybe a Viper and Astra, or maybe a Astra and a Killjoy agent lineup. And that'll definitely be interesting to see. But LRX, they're still sticking to more of those traditional agent lineups, a controller, sentinel, a couple of duelists, and an initiator. So it's going to be very cool to see, sort of the new meta versus the old meta facing off. And I expect both teams to bring their A game, bring all they have, and fight till the end to basically have one of the best matches in this entire series. So that is my expectation. What about you, Cresto? What are you expecting from this matchup?
Well, trust me, Kirito, it has been a long run with both of the teams since the ESPL's day one. And I've been saying one thing from the very first ESPL, that for LRX, it's actually a Cinderella story, that they have been pushing so hard in order to take the crown from Exceeli. But so far, no team has been successful when it comes to dethroning Exceeli from their, Ryan. But we're really looking forward to the fact that LRX has been promoted to this bracket once again. I believe on the previous ESPLs, for 1 2 ESPLs, we didn't see LRX, but instead we saw Mercenaries, I think. So we are actually focusing that if LRX can make the difference here, like when I'm going to the players here, I see both of our teams at least has one roster swaps, and obviously they're trying their best to adapt to the new composition. But actually, honestly, LRX's one is slightly huge because they have Experiment on the line. They have GJ as a new player. So they will have a long run in order to take the victory against Exceeli, because Duke, despite of being a new addition to the team, he has been dominating the score and the match for the past matches. So this is really going to be a problem for team LRX or LarioX Esports. But still, I think they have it. They have what it takes to take it to the victory. But still, as I've said, so far Exceeli has been looking pretty unstoppable, and I'm not predicting. I'm actually expecting a very hard fight coming from both sides, but I think India and Exceeli just might be able to hold on to their crown, and they will take the CSPL as well. But this is not the absolute prediction from my end. This is just, a general prediction. But let's see how it's gonna be. We're gonna be waiting for the players. I believe the players are taking some time to join up. I guess there is some internet issues or something, but either way, we're gonna be actually going for the, uh games, because trust me, at this situation it's gonna be pretty hard for me to take anybody's chances, because if I do, it's gonna be me being the devil's advocate.
Absolutely. I'm not going to take any risk either picking sides or anything, but I will say that both sides are looking very strong, and all I expect is an absolute showdown of a fight on both sides. And being in Ascent, there's one thing I think I can predict properly is we're going to see a lot of pushes towards the side of A more than the side of B. Both teams like to play really aggressive on that side, especially both on defense and attack. We're going to see Exceeli sort of aggressively walking out in from that side in the attack in the defensive half, and LRX2 in the attacking side might just use uh, some some uh, duelist utility. My bad, I was stirring. Duelist utility like from Jet. I think Lunatic might play Jet. I'm not sure who will be, but they might dash in to try and get those early picks in. And I think both teams will be
I
able
actually
to
took some time to recognize that GJ was lunatic, but yeah, back to you.
Yeah, I mean, he is playing with an account that we didn't know he was, but it
Well,
was all
it's the
cleared up with the
skins, I
admin.
guess, but back to you.
Yeah, it was all cleared up with the admin. So GJ is lunatic, ladies and gentlemen, if you are confused. But back to the point, it was that we're gonna see a lot of aggressive fights in those outside this A area. So I think more competition will be focused on that side. And usually both sides like to play a sentinel as a lurker in the attacking side. So I think Experiment 52 might go for the Cypher pick where he will be lurking outside that B side, maybe trying to find a pick. And I think they have been doing that pretty consistently. So Zeely might be able to pick that, might take out the Sentinel, who's really crucial in watching those flanks. Not only that, Experiment 52 is a really gifted fragger too. So if they take him out of this equation, it's going to be really difficult for LRX to sort of win those post-plan scenarios or possibly even take the sites. So tough competition coming in from both sides, and I just really don't know who to choose, who might take the crown. But I'm just really interested to see how the
We're
fights
surely
play.
gonna find out eventually when the players are gonna be coming in. But there's one
Absolutely.
thing, Kirito, I did find out that LRX is actually gonna be opting to go for attacking side on every possible maps. Well, this is something we never seen in the history of Bangladeshi tournaments for Valorant. Exceeli always opted to go for their attacking rounds, but this time around, for 3 maps consecutively, they're actually gonna be going for the defensive rounds, and that is actually gonna be very interesting to see, because we are obviously gonna see some new things here, and let's see how they're gonna be. But I believe there's some technical difficulties happening, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we'll have to stay tuned with that. So we're gonna be taking a break, and we'll have to see what's exactly happening, because the players are taking too long. Stay tuned. We're gonna be back in a few. So, ladies and gentlemen, the technical difficulty is going to be sorted out, and I'm going to be heading into the first match of the day. It is going to be Ascent, which was chosen by LRX, and on the defensive side, we're going to be seeing Exceeli. So, yeah, it did take some time to get with the game, but hopefully it is going to coming to a start. What is going to be your thought, Kirito, on this matchup?
This is gonna be an interesting match for sure, considering that this is one of the most well-recognized maps in the whole Valorant roster. I think almost all of the teams in the scene are familiar with it and have at least some kind of strategy to play with it. And it's almost seen in every best of three matchup. At least one match, I think, is usually played in Ascent. If not, then maybe Bind. Those two maps are usually always played. But we're gonna be going into the agent picks. And I think I'm really optimistic to see an Astra play from, I think in my lobbies, but I can't see exactly the agents, but I will let you know in a bit. But I'm really interested to see if Exceeli are gonna go for an Astra or Viper pick, maybe Astra and Killjoy.
It's actually
pick,
going to be
which
an
are
Omen.
really
Choose your agent.
effective.
It's
Or they're
actually
going
an
for an
Astra, never
Omen.
mind.
Oh, it is an Astra.
It's actually an Astra. Well, they're actually opting to switch things out. I think Duke is the only player who did not log onto his specific agent, but I think it's gonna be Sage because I do see him hovering his mouse on the Sage. But yeah, it's actually gonna be a Sage. So I guess it was just a matter of the registration, and then it is gonna be happening. So Duke is gonna be on the Sentinel here. So two Sentinels being brought from the side of Exceeli, one duelist, and I'm actually not surprised because Duke is actually a monster with the Sage. And on the side of LRX, we're actually seeing the very straightforward lineup and composition coming in. So let's see how this matchup is going to be as we all see the rostered lineups being locked on. We're going to be heading into Ascent as the pistol round is going to be starting with the barrier within 30 seconds.
And we're going into this first map, one of the first rounds actually in the first half. The crucial, I think one of the most crucial rounds in the entire matchup is to win the first pistol round. And considering this is the grand finals, both teams want to take this, take every advantage they have, win by as much as they can. So I think they're both aiming to go for this first pistol round with a win. And we're gonna see LarioX on the attacking half. They're stacking outside this A side. They do have, Kyojin on the Jet, who I expect is going to be dashing in, Envious providing those flashes with him. And as expected, the Sentinel Experiment 52 with the Cypher. He's going towards B to play the Lurk. We do see Duke is present in the B side to sort of provide some cover for them. One thing I do realize about LRX is they play quite the same strategies on every match, because we do see a couple of players looking towards Catwalk, smoking off mid. We do see a player on the B side watching the flank, and the rest of the players are in main. We do see them trying to get some picks into the site as Kyojin. He's just sort of walking in. There is some Astra utility there provided from Hate Crew. Is also holding near this A side in A heaven to be more specific. A Recon's gonna come in from Hermione. The smokes are gonna oh, that's good shock darts provided by the Sova of the defenders. It is Missile who's gonna be resisting that attack towards the A side. That's gonna block them off and turn them around. They're trying to go towards B now. There is some utility set up by the Killjoy Fancy 9, who will be able to give some information if they're going towards mid. But since there is no trigger in the alarm bar, Duke is now aware that they are trying to push B main, and all five of them to be more exact, not five, four of them to be more exact. It's only Kyojin who's with the Jet. He's still on the late lurk. They are holding that angle. Smokes are in, and they're going to be gifted this side as the flashes are in. Lunatic and Envious are inside. There is still Duke who's going to get a right flag, but Fancy with one more frag onto Lunatic. Envious and Hermione, they answer back with two of their own, making this a 4v3. Recons are in from the side of Missile, but there is still a lurker in this B main as the push coming in from Exceeli into the side. They know that all of them are in there. Missile gonna take out Envious, and Fancy with one more dash coming in from Kyojin. He's gonna finish things off. As Experiment 52 also gets the last frag onto Missile. The first round going in favor of LRX, and they have the advantage of winning the first round.
LRX starting very smoothly and strongly, must admit. And that round, I'm going to call it a, moment of judgmental, that what can we expect from this game? Because as I mentioned, LRX and Exceeli are really strong teams of this region, and now they're actually living up to that. And hopefully this match is going to be a very heated up. Yes, LRX did take the pistol round, and this is going to obviously force Exceeli to go for their eco here. But let's see how this anti-eco from the side of LRX is going to be played out. I think they're going to be stacking on the side of A, and they are just doing that. There is the Soba drone coming in, and there is the Stars which will deploy the smoke in order to obstruct the vision. But eventually I think this is gonna be a hard execution. There is the Cypher coming and there is the execution coming and there's only one player inside the side of heaven and there you go. Duke is gonna be falling. There is the Sova who's trying to make a difference here, but still he's gonna be forced to fall back as Shufrix and Hitq is also gonna take some D. And now suddenly a bloodbath is gonna happen. LRX knew exactly what's happening and they will clean their run off very quickly, very cleanly. A flawless round to add on to their arsenal and their scoreboard. 2-0 in favor of LRX, but this time around, Exceeli is gonna be going for their buy rounds, and that is something LRX will have to watch about, even though Exceeli is actually going for 2 half shields here, but I think LRX is really gonna be confident with those bonus rounds. Let's see how they do it.
Now they're really confident, feeling that winning those 2 rounds, they're gonna be feeling themselves, but they are aware that Exceeli are gonna go for the full buys, rifles in their hands. There is 2 players in this B side where they are pushing. We do see Missile and Fancy holding in this side. There is a bunch of Astra and Kyojin. They can coordinate in the dash coming. Kyojin walks with Missile and he gets a collateral with Kyojin on the back too. Hermione with a trade onto Fancy 9. The concuss from the Astra utility is gonna slow down the push. Missile is still alive near that button. And he's gonna peek in, walk into lane. Envious, he's caught out in B main. Missile's gonna one more frag into Hermione, but Envious is gonna flash himself in. Doesn't get a kill frag as Hate Crew's gonna take him out. It's all onto Lunatic, who gets one frag onto Hate Crew. He's trying to get a second, but he misses the shot. Duke with a clean headshot. And Exceeli winning the first round in this matchup in their favor with those with the buy round.
Well, this is something I was talking about, you know, as their Exceeli is actually extraordinarily strong when it comes to their buy rounds, and now they're actually trying to establish the capitalization on that, and I think they're just gonna keep doing so. So 2-1 being the scoreline, we still see LRX on the driver's seat, but as they were playing with the bonus weapons, they are gonna be allowed to go for their own buy rounds here. So let's see how they will be playing that. Well, there is one thing, however, from the side of LRX. I really loved the way that Jet dashed inside the button area, but still, there was the Soba who was ready and prepared, and he expected that so precisely that the Jet just did not survive. The execution was successful from the side of LRX, but still, the retake from the side of Exceeli was really marvelous. And this is the Exceeli we know, that once the plan goes down, Exceeli just does not flinch. They just go for the retakes, and they're so successful when it comes to taking the retakes. Oh my god, that is something. Well, really doesn't surprise me, but I think LRX, they will have to play with that in mind, because once the spike goes down, usually players tend to have like, okay, the clock is under our favor now, but still, you will have to keep in mind that your opponent can do a successful retake, and I guess LRX can try to keep that in mind and try to capitalize on that, because I'm pretty sure from the side of LRX, the way they are, the manner they have with their aggression, they will find absolute success with their plans. But whatever happens, they will have to, defend the spike. Excuse me, right there. They will have to defend the spike, and eventually, if they cannot do that, that is gonna be a detrimental point. I think, as that is the case, we are actually having a technical difficulty, even though it's actually from the side of Exceeli. I think it will be over any second now, because yeah, it is actually gonna be coming to an end. So the barriers are gonna be coming up. Let's see how LRX is gonna be playing this one out. Obviously, Exceeli is not gonna play without any stats. We already see the Lego bricks lying around the side of B and mid. So the killjoy is actually gonna be a huge problem for the attackers. Considering it's a split push, I think they can flush out the killjoy in the process, but still, they will have to be very, very cautious, because this is Exceeli we're talking about. Eventually, the orb is gonna be recovered, and I think they are trying to fake out A. Eventually, they can make their way to mid or B, because as on the map of Ascent, mid control is very crucial, because you can actually cut off rotations from the defensive side as well. Despite of the fact that you are on the attacking side, you can actually keep that in hand, because, you know, your defenders will have to rotate as well. Eventually, Kyojin is going to be going for the swing on the side of one, and I think he might meet his twin sister. That is going to be Shufrix, but they're both being so patient here. And eventually, Kyojin is going to find the head, and there you have it. Shufrix is going to be freaked out, and there is the Cloudburst, which will allow Kyojin to check out the Cubby area, but no, there's nowhere to be found. There was the Astra inside of Garden area, but eventually he's gonna make his way to the side of Catwalk. But there is Envious who will pick him off, and now what an execution coming into the side of LRX. I think they're just gonna make it to the objective, as the plan will be delivered, and there is the plan going down as well. With the fact that Exceeli does not have the manpower advantage, they will have to make it very, very precise. Fancy 9 is gonna be trying to spray through the smoke, but eventually that's not going to be a successful one because the smokes and the firewalls are going to be blocking so much information. Missile is going to find the head of Envious, and now he will have to find Lunatic as well. Lunatic is going to go for the swing, and he will find the kill instead. Fancy Nine is going to try to recover the kill onto Lunatic, but no, Lunatic is going to be on a rampage. Duke will run away with the Vandal he has, and he will live to fight another day. That is actually a brighter choice considering the economy, but I think they can still buy another round. Oh no, actually they cannot, with the fact that I just went to their economy here. So 2-1 is gonna be the scoreline. A very well execution from the side of LRX, even though they're actually trying to hunt down the Sage here. Wonder if they're gonna be finding success or not. And the spike will destroy the objective A. And that is how we're going to be taking another point for the side of LRX. 3-1, and LRX is looking pretty strong.
How Exceeli are playing that Astra and Killjoy, but in that last round, they weren't really playing that passively, which I think they should be playing on an aggressive Exceeli, especially considering Exceeli playing, having 3 rounds in their favor. LRX having 3 rounds in their favor, Exceeli only 1. They should play a bit more slower because LRX slowly increasing their momentum, slowly trying to play more aggressive, trying to play more fast and overextending in various spots. So they should play a lot more behind site, maybe give away the side play retakes. And considering that they have that Astra and Killjoy, I like how they played that the third round. Just let those utilities do the damage. Let them walk through that entire arsenal of Astra and Killjoy utilities. Coordinate those swarm nades with the gravitational suck, as most people like to call that, and maybe the
Hiko called that.
Hiko calls that. Hiko's gonna Hiko's the one who created the
We're
name,
saying psych,
and,
by the way. It's just a reference. We're saying psych. Continue, Kirito.
Yeah. And the concussions from Astra, if you coordinate those, you will do significant damage to players of LRX while they're attacking and playing really aggressively. So if they play with that, if they play after the damage has been done, I mean, except for Envious, nobody can really heal themselves. So they're gonna be in a lot of trouble playing that post-plan scenario with success in the side of LRX. So I think that should be the play for Exceeli, but they're really trying to play a bit more aggressive. Players like Shoes Freak and Fancy Nine, also Duke 2, not really playing a passive Sage. I mean, nothing's wrong with that, but I think he should try and play a little bit more passive against a team who are really fast and violent in their pushes. So let them walk to the utility first, do significant damage to them, and then go for the retakes. I think should be the strategy for Exceeli, in my opinion. And I think that is what they're discussing right now, because we will be seeing a technical issue coming out of the side of Exceeli. I think Duke has had some internet connection issues. So in the meantime, we're going to be taking a short break as both sides will be preparing themselves after the pause is finished, and we will be resuming into the game.
Stay tuned. So the pause timer is going to be coming to an end, and we're going to be hitting the 5th round of the game, or let's say the map. Let's see how this map is going to be on this best of 3 lineup. So far, LRX has been proven to be strong, but are they going to be strong on the upcoming rounds? That is going to be a big question mark from my end. Considering Exceeli is going to be on an eco here, SI, Dukes, Vandal. Well, he did save the Vandal from the previous round. This is actually going to be slightly hard for Exceeli, but let's see if they can make it happen. Exceeli is obviously a team we have seen taking eco rounds very, very precisely, so really not going to be surprised if they find success yet again. Kyojin is going to try to destroy the barrier, and he will destroy the barrier, but there is the smoke on his face now, and there is a slow orbs as well. The amount of pressure being deployed from the side of Exceeli, and the utility usage actually, well, very impressive. Missile is going to try to deploy the 100 speed, but eventually every single one of them is going to be missed. Kyojin did try to use the dash to evade that, and that was a very marvelous one. It looks like LRX is going to be opting to go for a mid control here, and I think they just may go mid to A, but they're actually, you know,
They're going to B.
getting some distraction. I mean, they're actually splitting around, but Okay, never mind. I think it's gonna be BNB execution after all. Well, they are going for that, but there is the S word. I'm not gonna say it. That was here, and there's the kill jitter, which will give away the location. Shufrix is actually trying to play passively, but he might just get the damage. But no, with that shorty, he's gonna miss that. Envious is gonna find one, almost a second. Yes, he finds a second as well. HQ with the SMG, he's gonna find his own second as well. And now the objective is gonna be under attacker's control. But looks like there is one player inside of both houses. Oh no, missile can be huge, and I think he will be huge. He's gonna find one, and he's gonna find a second with the frenzy. It's actually gonna be a 1v1, and now, yeah, it is gonna be a 1v1, and now Kyojin has the better weapon, he has the better HP advantage, he has the ultimate. If the Sova can make it happen, this is gonna be detrimental for LRX. Let's see if oh, no, bad timing to take the swing. Kyojin is gonna find the kill. A very well played eco round from the side of Exceeli, especially to the Sova. Kudos to the Sova. But still, it's gonna be a victory for LRX. What was that round, Kirito?
I have no clue how he got 2 kills with a frenzy too. I mean, really aimed down his shots on the heads and on the crucial parts of the body to get 2 kills. I mean, frenzy has, I think, 12 bullets in its magazine. So he's able to get 2 kills with that is really showing how accurate he is with his shots. And that's going to do significant damage to the economy of LRX, but not enough to win the round. And we're going to see LRX still going with those rifles. Exceeli, though, are having another buy round. Going to see an ultimate being pulled by Hermione. He's trying to get a shot onto Duke, but he's going to miss, not connecting anyone. The Sovas aren't having a good day as the push towards A has been denied. As we see NBS, he is going to try and push through. The after utilities blocking his running back. He's trying to find a frag. He's spamming away, but they don't get the hits. As the site is still being held by the side of Exceeli, they are not letting them in. And LRX has taken significant damage while going in, especially Experiment 52. He is almost in half. He is below half HP. He is in 47 to be more specific. And now the rotations are gonna come in, and Exceeli are reading this so perfectly. We're gonna see 2 players. It's gonna be Shoestreak and Hate Crew rotating towards B. There is Astra utility, their Killjoy utility in the mid to give away their information. I really like the setup from them to sort of play with those utilities all around the map. But we're going to see LRX smoking mid. That's going to indicate that they're still trying to go towards the A side. Duke's going to go for a peek near Catwalk. That's going to give information that they're still coming A. And we're going to see the Killjoy lockdown being pulled out from the side of Fancy 9. But they're going to push through that. Exceeli trying to spam it. They will be able to break it. That is a wall bangle spot. But Duke got a frag onto NBS. He's going to running away. But from behind Kyojin, Duke gets one more before dying though. Kyojin gets a frag onto Duke and a missile with a trade. Hermione is rushing towards mid. His position is given away, and Hate Crew, he's gonna put down an Astro start there.
Last player standing.
And that's gonna spot out Hermione. He's gonna taken out by Shoestick. It's a 1v4, and it's not Hermione, sorry, Lunatic. He's trying to spam away, but he doesn't get any shots, and Hateku's gonna finish it off. For the score, and it is gonna be 2-4 now. After the defuse is gonna be done by Exceeli. So that's gonna be around in their favor, and significant boost to their morale and good damage to their to the economy of LRX as well. I don't think they will be going to the any kind of eco or anything, but
No,
yeah,
they won't.
they have enough money for a force buy, but if they lose this next round, it's going to be really detrimental for them economy-wise, and this could be the start for Exceeli to sort of come back into this match.
Let's see how it's gonna be. LRX is looking pretty confident so far. Yes, they have lost their round, but Exceeli, I'm gonna be very honest, the previous one was very important for them to take. And let's see if they can hold on to that. 2-4 is an okay scoreline considering this is only 6 rounds off the board. And now let's see how this 7th round is gonna be played out. LRX is being aggressive, but looks like Exceeli is being the brain this time around. And this is an Exceeli we barely used to see back in the back in the days. But this is actually pretty awesome to see that Exceeli, yeah, they are really god tier fraggers. There's no doubt about that. But still, they're actually going for the more strategic plays this time around, and that is something I'm really impressed to see. And looks like the strategy was not very successful because NVS is gonna pick off a kill onto Fancy 9, and that is really gonna be a problem for Exceeli because they will have to get the refrags and the trades, but none of them is gonna be coming in yet. The Sova, however, is gonna be very close to the Phoenix, but oh my god, that is not what Sushufrix was expecting. Kyojin is gonna pick off the Jet, and that is gonna be pouring salt to the wound of Exceeli, and looks like he's gonna be keeping. Oh no! A very bad. Well,
what?
it did work eventually. Missile will get flashed, but still he will find a kill to the flash, and eventually it's gonna be a 1v2 for Hermione. Let's see if Hermione can make it happen, but Duke is gonna be making it a 1v3 by resurrecting his teammate. Well, looks like we're seeing a lot of blindfolded kills, but I think eyes are
30
way
seconds left.
too, overrated for this game. Hermione is gonna get tagged in by the Astral S, and HQ is gonna be picking up off a very well execution from the side of Exceeli yet again, and they're actually trying their best to regain the lead. It was, it was a okay lead from the side of LRX for the time being, but it looks like Exceeli is like, you had it for a very long time, but that's something we own, so please give it back to us, and we really need it. But question is, who left the spike on the base? I guess it's gonna be recovered, but back to you, Kirito. 3-4 in favor of LRX.
LarioX on the brink of losing their economy. They're still going for those force bites, but they'll definitely be forced into an eco in this next one. Kyojin is gonna play the Blade Storm immediately outside A main. And a lot of look at the map, ladies and gentlemen. There is such a cluster of Killjoy utility, even some Astra smokes and Astra. I think the gravitational pulse, I just checked the name, is called the gravitational well, sorry, and they would really like to coordinate that with the alarm bot and swarm nades. That would be really useful to deny an entry towards the side of A. But LRX aren't exactly really full forcing their way there, at least not yet. We're gonna see some aggression towards mid. The wall that Duke has put up in that cubby region
Mid-area.
in mid area, he is gonna be breaking, and he is still holding that area. Hate crew right behind him to go for any kind of trade if necessary. The wall is gonna be breaking. Duke's gonna sneak away, but he does give away some noise. They do spot his head, and Hermione is gonna be the one to find that kill. Hate crew immediately gonna put up some utility. Look at how fast he is with that Astra. That is so good. He's definitely been practicing this agent quite a bit, and it is showing how useful he is providing that
dear.
utility cover. But right now, LRX, they are still trying to go to the A side, but the rotations are coming in. 30 seconds left for them. They really have to make a decision quickly, and the
30 seconds
decision
left.
is not to go away. They're rotating towards B. I think they have realized they have pulled out a couple of players from the B side towards A, but Exceeli too have heard the noise on catwalk. They know that the rotations are coming in.
dear.
As Lunatic, he's gonna get caught by the recon, but he's gonna walk through it towards the side of A. The three players are in the side. Missile trying to deny the plant. Only 10 seconds left. They had to go for a plant. Missile. He's gonna find one shot onto Experiment 52. It's a 4v5 in favor of Exceeli, and they're gonna play the retake. As they are in a disadvantaged situation, but they're still trying to go in, as one player is still lurking. Kyojin in B main. If he can get a frag and equalize things, this could be really crucial. Remember, players from LRX are quite low from the Sovan, some of his Hunter Spear utility, my bad. And the execution is coming in. The dash is in from Shoespeak. Missile gets a shotgun kill onto Lunatic, and so the pandemonium has begun inside the site. Kyojin still holding us at B main. Hit with the frag on Hermione, traded out by Shoespeak. NBS, what is happening? So many frags, and it's all in favor of Exceeli, as the defuse is gonna go in favor of Hate Crew in the nick of time. He will be getting it with a little more than a second left, and it was quite a messy retake, but somehow all the frags were in favor of Exceeli, and they got the control of the site and were able to defuse the bomb in the nick of time. So a really well played round, and right now LRX, are they still trying to go for those force buys? Seems like they are.
Well, they can afford to do that, and I think they will be doing that. But trust me, if
They
I
won't
were,
be
if
quite
I was
fast.
in their feet, I would have done that. I wouldn't have done that, and I would have gone for an econ. I think they heard me. That's why they're actually going for sheriffs here, including some frenzies and one Spectre being brought along. So the equalization is going to be effective from the side of Exceeli. A very well execution yet again, as you mentioned that all of the frags were in favor of Exceeli. And I think now Exceeli is trying to embrace their trend, because they are absolutely crazy fraggers. And now they are doing just that. Playing on defensive, but they are going for the retakes instead, not being over aggressive, because if they're doing so, LRX just might get them off guard. And it's being successful for the time being, and I think this is actually the moment Exceeli can seize the lead, but it's still an equalization. Let's see how it'll be. We did see a pause coming from the side of Exceeli, and it's gonna be coming to an end. We're seeing LRX going for their own eco with only one full shield bought by the side of Hermione. Let's see how it will be. Okay, we're seeing some question marks be dropping in the chat, but actually it's not gonna be the case. The pause timer is gonna be coming to an end. It's gonna be a full-on B stack. with a judge in the hands of Kyojin. Let's see how this shotgun is gonna be played out. There is a star being deployed on the side of Kyojin, and this reminds me, back in the day when Astra was first released, people used to, shoot the star, try to destroy that, if we can destroy that, but nope, it doesn't work like that. And either way, we're seeing a lot of utility being tossed in on the side of B main, and I think from the side of Exceeli, they're actually trying their best to hold on to this area, and there's a camera being deployed as well. Kyojin just might ignore the play. I think he did. Oh no! But either way, there's a frags coming in. It's gonna be a 3v3 situation. Kyojin is gonna try to muffle his location, but oh no, missile is gonna find him, and with the long range assault rifle, the Phantom, he's gonna pick up the kill, and suddenly the eco run is gonna be collapsed into pieces. NVS will recover a gun from his fallen teammate. That is the Spectre, but he will have to find 3 kills, and there is a shock darts coming in. What is happening? I don't know. NVS will have to make a miracle happen to take this round. He does have the run it back activated, but no, it's not gonna be effective. Duke is gonna be picking him off, and there you have it. We're gonna be seeing Exceeli taking the lead in favor of them, 5-4, and what a round from the side of Exceeli. Well, we didn't see anything. We're not gonna be having any survivors from the side of LRX from that previous round. B main is gonna be a very huge bloodbath, or let's say it's gonna be a pool of bloods, if I may say. But that is gonna be it. Exceeli is gonna take the lead.
The IQ in Exceeli is so large, I have to say. They're playing those Astra and Killjoy utilities at the site wherever LRX are trying to push. They have it noted down in their strategy book. They have figured out LRX, and they have figured out which side they're pushing. Last time we saw they were stacking at B. We saw that Killjoy and Astra utility executed perfectly at the side of B. Right now we're going to see they're stacking at A, and a bunch of Killjoy swarm nades and Astra utility are placed in that A main area. And it's going to be really troublesome for them to walk through it. Oh, the timing. Duke's going to peek just as the drone of missile has seen. Shoesprig has picked up an operator, but he's not going to be able to get a frag there as he has to fall back from this mid region. A lot of pressure created and presence noted from the side of LRX in this mid area. And they're still trying to go towards A. The smoke will give the information as NVS pulls the run it back, and he's going to be walking into this garden area. He's trying to go into glass box to get a pick. Shoesprig is present with an operator. He finds a frag on the
Oh dear.
and he's going to go. He's going to finish the run it back as Kyojin gets one more frag on Trig. NC9. The Cypher ultimate is going to get used as the side is still trying to be taken from the side of LRX. Some resistance is being shown to the side of Exceeli, but not much to deny as Shoesprig tries to wallbang Kyojin on top of the generator. He did hear the updrafts. Such a messy round, and everyone's all over the place right now. There is utility everywhere, players everywhere. Kyojin gets a frag on the Shoesprig, making this a 5v2. This could be a flawless round for LRX to sort of take back the lead, tie things up. As we see, they're overextending on Heaven right now. We do see this side holding that angle, but there's not much.
Oh my god!
The Asian diffs are coming in. It's all onto Duke. He has to get some frags to do economy damage, and he almost gets one onto Hermione, but Hermione survives and gets straight in. And a flawless round. What a way to come back for LRX, and an aggressive push. Messy, but really aggressive push coming from them. Despite sort of being pushed back from A main, they regrouped in mid. They took catwalk control, and they were ready to do the entry. And NVS with the run it back, giving them so much ground. A really well played round, and we're gonna see 5-5 the score, both teams equal. And another post timer has gone down, by the way. I think so many post timers.
Well, that post timer did come down from the side of Exceeli's coach, so I think they have something to discuss. They have something to talk about. Well, with the fact that the scoreline is already on 5-5 in favor of none, I think this is actually a very ideal time to take the discussions, because Exceeli is not having everybody under the same page of the book. So if they're not doing that, this is going to be very huge. This is going to be a problematic situation for them. So let's see if they are going to be finding the success or not. We're seeing Exceeli opting to go for an operator by here. Let's see if they can make that gun an effective one. That is a powerful gun indeed, but also a very expensive one. So if not in the perfect hands, it's going to be more or less a, huge barrier for the side of Exceeli's economy. But it's Shoesprig we're talking about, so obviously he is a very talented player and he can make it happen. Let's see if he can. Hermione is actually the closest, target to be spotted out here, but I don't think they're gonna be pushing here, unless they, change their strategies this time around. But I don't think that is gonna be the case. There's a walls being deployed for the side of NVS, and NVS will deploy one portion of the wall, but there is the informations being brought out as well, and there's the operators being fired out as well. But still, no casualties are gonna be taken out. This time around, Exceeli is playing it slightly passively. Well, they have been playing it very passively since the very beginning, but LRX's aggression has been something Exceeli just did not predict. But either way, they are making their way to the objective B, and there is the smokes on the side of mid, which will allow Kyojin to maneuver more independently. But I think Missile and Kyojin just might meet in a matter of seconds. But there is the shock recon bolts coming in. Shufrix might get the kill if he's not tunnel vision. Oh no, he's not tunnel vision. He's gonna get the kill. Experiment is gonna get a refrag, however. Duke is gonna be picking up his own too. But there is Envious with his own kill and vengeance. There is the Mollies coming in, and now they're gonna make their way inside of the objective, as the objective is pretty much safe to go for the plan. And you know what? We're gonna be seeing the Sova dropping the spike for the cover of Envious, and he's like, you know what? You go for the plan. I'm not doing that. Envious, he's gonna dodge the the shock darts, and eventually the spike is gonna be going down. But still, the defense is not gonna be very successful. Exceeli is gonna be going for a very successful retake, as they will secure their lead yet again. Shufrix will be changing his operator, but he will recover that yet again. 6-5 in favor of Exceeli, but looks like we're having a very balanced split after all. Let's see which team is going to be taking this last round before the switch.
A really well played round coming out from LRX, but I would have preferred them to go for a pick before going into that side. We do see playing a 5v5 in that scenario when they're actually playing quite split. We do see Kyojin going in that mid area instead of sticking together. I think that's a risky play when they don't have any man advantage or utility advantage. So that was sort of a flaw, in my opinion, in the plan of LRX overall. That was a good setup from both sides. In the end, the ultimate from Missile is what really sort of messed up the communication for LRX in that postman scenario. They were all in that A side sort of corner together. And right now we're going to see a really split lineup coming up from the side of LRX that are all over the map trying to find an opening. We do see this is a last round, very crucial last round in this first half. Going into the next one with an advantage will be what everyone is looking for. And they're all looking for that opening pick as the rest of LRX are gathering onto the A side. Kyojin with the first opening frag onto Duke. They're going to try and go into the side A. He's trying to provide some resistance. He will find Kyojin, but traded by Experiment 52. An operator. We're going to see Envious pulling out the running back. He's been using that so much. Astro Utility is going to block the attack for now. 4v3. And we're going to see LRX back off from the side of A. The bomb is still present with Lunatic, who's going to be TPing to the side of B. TP is cancelled from Missile. And now the information is there. Sarmani gets a frag onto Fancy, making this a 2v4. We do see low HP on Experiment 52 on the Cypher. He is still trying to go into the side of B. The bomb is so far away. It is all the way towards the side CT. Shoespeak still has that operator in his hand. As Envious is going to walk into the side, make this a 1v3 clutch scenario for Shoespeak. He would be a hero to be able to do this, although he isn't on the top frag, playing a duelist. And he does spot Envious. He's actually in the side. He doesn't get another kill onto Hermione. A really good attempt coming out of him, but it is going to be 6-6 as LRX tie things up in the first half. And nobody is yet to take the lead in the second half. And I mean, this is turning out to be every bit of as entertaining a match as I expected it to be. Both teams giving it their all. The strategies are so complex. I think the brains of these people are just going to explode any minute. And there's still more to come. That was just the first half of the first map. We still have an entire half and possibly 2 more maps coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So there is no shortage of action today.
Well, trust me, Kirito, I think most likely we're going to be seeing the 3 maps after all, because LRX have been not dominating, but they're really pushing Exceeli to the limits. And as we can see, this rarely happens that we see a balanced play from the side of Exceeli, where it is happening now. Well, I guess it's actually a moment when Exceeli will be dethroned or not. Well, we may just see them holding on to that eventually, but either way, we're going to be looking out for that, because you never know. LRX is looking very strong and on this situation. Either way, this is going to be the second pistol round escalating. So the no sound Q strategy, the crab-like walk is going to be coming from the side of A. There is the Astral form coming in, and there is a smoke being deployed as well by the Astra. But there is a cage on the face of Shufrix. Shufrix will have to get the kill onto the targeted jet first, and then he will have to get the Cypher as well. Cypher is trying to play slightly passive, but he just might be the huge threat here. Hermione is going to pick off Fancy without any more contention. So that is going to be a kill he's going to be sleeping on, and that is going to be a huge problem for Exceeli, because they have lost the first pistol round, and now if they lose the second one, this is really going to put LRX on a pretty decent situation. And I think from the side of Exceeli, they're actually waiting for the smoke to evaporate. And yes, that was the case, but there's so many targets to shoot at. Kyojin will find one, but there's 2 kills from the side of Exceeli, and there is the side under attacker control. They might just go for the spike, and they might get the plan down, and it will be going down. And yes, it did. Envious and the Sova will have to make a huge play here, and I think Lunatic will be rendezvousing with them from the side of the garden. Yes, that is the case. Oh no, actually, it's from the side of the heaven, actually. And Envious is gonna take the drop as he will take his bullet as well. Hermione is gonna be the last player standing against Shufrix, but he does not have the HP advantage to fight against Shufrix with the frenzy, and that is how we're gonna be seeing actually taking their their second pistol round, and they will take the lead once again. But unless this is gonna be an eco run from the side of LRX, I'm really sure that Exceeli is gonna be up for another equalization, but I guess that's not gonna be the problem here. LRX is actually gonna be going for the eco round here. 7-6 in favor of Exceeli. Sorry, in favor of Exceeli? Yes, it is Exceeli. Well, getting confused, but still, it's here.
I mean, it's normal to get confused in such a high-octane match like this. The grand finals on the line for both sides, and they're gonna be going for a full by Exceeli, winning that pistol round. And they're trying to go for a split. There are a lot of aggression from the LRX, though we do see Lunatic trying to push with Hermione towards B main. Smokes are being put up. Duke is aware of their positioning. They're going to be falling back just in time to know that maybe pushing that isn't the right idea, as Exceeli have gained a lot of ground in mid. When did they get there? I didn't even realize. And we're going to see Hermione and Envious popping to frags, but from behind. Oh, and Hitcrew gets the frag onto Hermione. He's still present there. There is another player right behind him, and from behind he doesn't get the kill. 30 HP onto Hitcrew. But
oh my god!
Duke get a trade, but Kyojin from market finishes him off. It's all onto Missile in the site, all alone. The bomb control set of attackers. Not only that, they have managed to pick up a Spectre. Missile though has 2 shotguns. He's gonna get his recon in 8 seconds. He has full armor, full HP. Possibility for a clutch. He dinks a Span 52, but a run in from NPS, but he doesn't win successfully. 18 HP though. Still very much winnable for him, but it's gonna be really tough as we see a really aggressive position held by Kyojin. Experiment 52 is so low in HP. He only needs 1 shot. The dink comes in, but the right click from Kyojin is all it needs to take him down. A really convincing attempt coming out of Missile. He could have won that, but we're gonna see LRX winning that round with those eco weapons, and 7-7 the score. And they're gonna go for another really mixed buy for all rifles, but 2 Spectres in hand. And Exceeli, they are not the best shape economy wise. They can go for half buys, but they're gonna try and stick to the eco weapons maybe. No, Shoestreak is gonna go for a rifle.
You know, Kiri, so when the first pistol round came in, I did say the first pistol round, the very first round, was a metaphor how this game is gonna be. Well, I guess I'm an astrologer after all, because it seems like it's really the case. 7-7. Oh dear. Okay, so let's see how it'll be. So far, it's getting hard for me to predict anything, even though Missile did get the opening here, despite of having the comparatively weaker guns, but looks like Exceeli is not having any of them with the sheriffs in hand. They will pick off 2 players pretty early, and now, excuse me right there, they may go for the victory as well on this round, because, yeah, for the side of the defenders, they do have the exclusive guns, but exclusive guns are not going to be a concern if they do not have the manpower. Fancy 9 is going to be going for the swing, but will not be very aggressive. I think he's just waiting for the fact that his teammates are going to be rendezvousing with him on the side of B, even though the Jet is trying to scout out the location. So it's being very, very patient from both sides. They're really not giving away much information. Well, this is something you do see in the tournament matches, because people and players tend to get inside of your nerves. And as I said, all of the players on the side of the Exceeli, they're going to be stacking on the side of B, and I think they just are going to be going for a B execution. The Jet is going to be inside of the boathouse, but they will have to make a difference here. Kyojin is still not spotted out, but he may get spotted out, and yes, there you go. Fancy is going to get a clean headshot on him, and now it's going to be 2v5. Considering they have recovered some guns, this is actually going to be on the side of Exceeli, if you ask me, because Phoenix and Cypher can make it happen, but still, they do not have the man advantage, and their own comrades' weapons are going to be used against them. They will be opting to go for mid now, because the elbow area is gonna be walled out. So I think going from mid can be a brighter idea. And yes, they will find one kill, which will deny a flawless round from the side of Envious. HQ is going to be off the board, but still, the location is going to be from the side of LRX because they know exactly what's happening. It's from Exceeli, as they know exactly what's happening. So they just may go for that, or maybe from the side of LRX, they just might go for a save because they're actually going for exit frags here. Yes, they will be going for the save because they know the spike has gone to a point of no return, as it will be collapsing along with the objective B. They're trying to get as much as frags as they can, and there you have it. There is the eco run from the side. Oh my god! Oh my god! A lineup like an assembly coming in. Experiment is gonna be picking up his 3K, and a full elimination coming in from the side of LRX. But still, at what cost? Exceeli will take the round anyway, despite of being an eco. 8-7, 1 second in favor of Exceeli.
I'm gonna say Exceeli are like a gang of robbers in the Wild West with those sheriffs. I was
It's high
expecting I was expecting for them to go for a 50 round. They did win the round, but they did lose all their players. Despite that, won't be enough to do too much damage to the recon. Will be able to go for rifles, but it is not in the best state as I would like it to be. But LRX are there in a really mixed buy. We do see Hermione going for the Bulldog. He plays the Bulldog a lot more than rifles in these sort of force buy or half buy rounds. I think it is his personal preference to play with that weapon, but right now Exceeli lurking in this B area, all of them, almost 4 players in here, inside the smoke, right in front of Lunatic's face. If Lunatic goes for a spray down, maybe he can take down a bunch of players with his drone coming in. Kyojin is gonna find missile on the flank from mid. We do see a spray down coming as Exceeli execute the side. No frags yet to go down. That wall is gonna be really helpful for you to deny them any kind of frags. How did he manage to get that wall up there? Somehow they're all still alive as the
And
bomb
the division comes in.
is going down. We're gonna see the Astral ultimate from Hitku is gonna deny them any entry. You know, that is a really useful ultimate considering, but Hermione gets a frag on a shoe streak, making this a 5v3. Advantage is in their side. They are scoping out the B main area, but no one is there to play. All 3 of the players are inside the site. They're waiting for everyone to regroup and play together as one. As the Astro utility is gonna be used, but Kyojin
no!
they don't know he's here. What is happening? Finds him with 2 frags. Kyojin with 1. Oh, Kyojin! I have no idea what's happening. I'm lost. I am lost.
Well, Kirito. The only thing I'm gonna describe that round as is, I know there is a second quarantine happening in Bangladesh, and there's some people who love snacks, and some people, especially Kyojin, loves French fries, and that's why he bought too many potatoes on sale. And if that is not, come on. To the host of the tournament.
Oh my god.
If you do not have any advantages of this tournament, that is up to go there. Period. I mean,
you just made my day with that joke. You just made my day. Thank you.
oh my god. Well, the Jet did miss all of the blaze, then he missed the no scope, and then eventually he did go for eventually he will make up to that. He will make up to that. So,
Potatoes are gonna become French fries though. Kyojin getting the first initial frag on A main onto Fancy 9. That's going to deny them any kind of kill utility in the postman, which is really detrimental. But Duke going for the revive, making this a 5v5 again. A shoot dashing inside. Are on eco weapons. As Cypher utility is being destroyed. We're going to see the killjoy ultimate from the attacker side is going to be popped. Envious whipping all their shots in the run back. Not going to be able to deny the entry. As Hateku's going to go for the bomb plan. While the ultimate is still on, they're going to be staying in the site. As it's still a 5v5 eco round for Exceeli. That's gonna do significant work for the economy. But inside the smoke we see missile. If Kyojin can land a flick, he's down. Hermione with one of his own. Envious with the frag. Hate for getting a trade though, but he's the only one alive. No, it's Fancy who's the only one alive. All the way in garden, he's repositioned. Not sure if Exceeli are gonna predict this, but with only a frenzy, it's gonna be really difficult to go for a clutch. But Kyojin with a 3K is an absolute beast with the operator. He was bottom fragging at the beginning of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not bottom fragging, but he wasn't really performing up to par. But now he's absolutely demolishing the side of Exceeli while doing that entry, especially in that round. The operator is so useful for him. And we're gonna see them taking the lead for the side of LRX. 9-8 the score. Exceeli, despite that being an eco round, they were able to get the entry into the side. They will get the bomb plan down. And that was pretty good in my opinion. So they will be able to go for the rifle buys in this next round and possibly play for an equalizer.
well, it has been equalizing multiple times, and I'm really not going to be surprised if it occurs once again, Kirito. But this time around, we're going for another pause coming in from the side of Exeeli's coach. So I think they're trying to get themselves, under the same page once again. They're trying to understand what is going wrong here because, yeah, this is really rare that Exeeli is struggling to take a map. I mean, it is not like Exeeli is getting dominated or something. It's not like that they're underperforming, but we can see LRX and Exeeli are literally going head to head. But despite of that, Exeeli is really not having, their confidence as far as I can tell. Because, yeah, this is really not the Exeeli we've seen in the previous tournaments. So I think taking a pause can be a good idea, but they will have to keep in mind that pause timers are not unlimited. So they will have to utilize that very successfully. So I think this can be very crucial for them. 8-9 being the scoreline, LRX is going to try their best to take it away and take it to their victory. And Exeeli just might be able to deny that, considering this is going to be a full buy here. So let's see how it will be. We're going to be having a notice from the side of the admin that there's not going to be any more times for Exeeli because they have used all of their 5 minutes of the pause and the pause is going to be coming down. Exeeli is going to have to make it happen right now. If they are going to be making a comeback, it is the time because after this, there's no going back. And we are going to be heading into the 18th round of the game. We are seeing more or less all the players of Exeeli stacking up on the side of VS side, Fancy9 on mid. So let's see if Exeeli can make it happen. LRX is opting to go for a very aggressive play with the Sova Recon, but it's not going to be a very useful one. Kyojin is not playing it over aggressively. He's not overextending it, but that is really, really appreciable from his end. The Sage, however, is actually predicting the location. Oh no! Duke is going to swing pretty hard, and he is going to be inside of the grave now. And this is going to be a problem for Exeeli, considering they will have to push the objective. There is the paranoia coming in on Shufrik, but he will not flinch, which will allow him to muffle his location. And I think muffling the location can be a bright side for Exeeli because now they will have to play it with their brains. And now they are also trying to fall back to the mid area, even though I think they can try to execute mid, even though there is only one Sova to worry about. So Kyojin is still going to be holding on to B main. And I think...
Oh, the gun barrel. If he does spot a flare, and he's gonna find a frag. He still has a dash to run away. He's trying to go for a no-scope, but he does get 2 frags, which is more than enough. He's gonna run away into the side, dodging the recon. He gets another frag onto his fire. We're gonna see an ace, but no, Hermione's gonna steal 1 kill under Shufrik, making this a 1v5. LRX winning with such a dominant fashion, but fancy. That was some aim lock. Skills there, flicking onto the head. Really well-placed shot, but still gonna be a tall task for him to get this clutch right on top of him. Is NVS. He's gonna discover from the bot though. Good utility positioning coming out from him.
10 seconds
He's gonna
left.
fall back. I'm sure NVS is aware that maybe he could be below. He's gonna destroy the bot. He will be checking the bottom, but he's wrecked. He's gonna get a shot, trying to do economic damage, but not enough to take down Experiment 52. As they're gonna be taking finally a 2-round lead in quite a while. We have been going back and forth for like 6 consecutive rounds or 7 consecutive rounds, I think, like 8, 9, 9, 9, like all that stuff. But right now we're gonna see LRX, finally taking the lead by quite a margin. And that is going to be really helpful for them for the momentum boost. We don't know how much they thrive while having the momentum, especially in the defensive half. Having Kyojin playing so well, having Hermione providing such cover. NVS is also popping off in some certain cases. So things are looking really good for them. But the pressure is now on Exeeli as they're trying to execute this B site. A stack coming in. But Kyojin, this positioning right in front of him is... right in front of him is Shufrik, but he's gonna walk into the side as Fancy takes on Hermione, a trade in from Lunatic, but he's gonna get traded out by Shufrik as all Spectres for the side of Exeeli is now gonna be switched to Vandals for a couple of them as they pick up weapons, but Missile with the frag on NVS making this a 3v2. That much more difficult for LRX. We might see Exeeli take a few more rounds in their favor, making this a 2v2 now. The ultimate being used by Experiment 52. Kyojin still has the operator. And he is still so good with that. Both of the positions are revealed. Yet to go for a bomb plan though. Hate Crew is half HP. Players are actually near 50 HP. As Experiment 52 just uses the camera to bait him out. Hate Crew is gonna get taken out. Now it's Shufrik, who hasn't been performing that well for the side of Exeeli as a duelist. Not getting as many frags, but this is his moment to shine. Maybe get a clutch and keep his team alive. He's gonna do significant damage for Experiment 52, who is dinked. And they are going to be changing weapons. 30 seconds left. He is going for the bomb plan. What are they doing? RX, I have no clue. And he's going to go for the bomb plan in the corner. I'm not sure if They predict that, but oh, he dashes in, missed directly, but Experiment 52 is there for covering him up with 18 HP. He gets the clutch in, and ladies and gentlemen, LRX are just extending the lead, and they very well might be taking this first map in their favor. 11-8 the score, as we're gonna see one more round away from match point.
One more run away from match point, as you said. Yes, this is the case. Well, LRX is looking pretty dominant so far. Exceeli is really struggling to take it on their favor. But now this is do or die situation for them. Even though Exceeli can try to take the risk and they can try to outperform their opponents on the second map, but still, it's gonna be starting from all the top. They have 8 rounds on their arsenal now, but if this map is lost, those 8 rounds, they're not gonna be counted at all. So they will have to make it happen here if they can. But there is chances. This is not a do or die situation. But still, are you really willing to take that risk? Well, trust me, as a player, nobody would have done that. So I think Exceeli is not an exception here either. So this time around, they are once again going for a B execution, even though B is completely clear. So there is, for some reason, LRX is actually abandoning B, but still, I think this can be executed. But ultimate is not going to be a very effective one. Well,
I think
they will
out B.
Yeah, I think they are faking out B after all, but still, I do see the players making their way to B, but Experiment is not going to be taking the bet either. Where is this race coming down? And I think Experiment is the only player who got the kill, but there is a refrag coming from the side of Missile. It's going to be a 3v2 situation, and now look at that bloodbath, and suddenly it's going to be all up to Lunatic. Well, the fake out was pretty successful, but the damage has been done. Lunatic will have to make a huge play happen. Well, he can make it happen though, but there's the Jet with the ultimate ready. Lunatic is going to be making his way to B, but he is not flinching at all. He's literally taking all the corners because of the possible threats. The Sova is running with all of his heart because he knows the Jet has cut off the rotation to the side of B. There's no way that Omen's going to be coming in without cutting the rotation of to Freaks' side. And there you have it. The Spike is going to make its way inside of the objective, and Missile is going to be going for the plant. There is the barricade opened up by Lunatic here, and I think eventually he will try to get at least one kill. Well, that is something he can try because they have the good economy to work with, but still, he can also try to save it. But this is obviously going to be denial for the match point from their end. He is going to be smoking it up, but their location is going to be coming in from the Sova. There is the shock darts coming in, but both of them are not going to be effective. Lunatic is going to be going for his own paranoia, and now he is pushing in. He will have to find the Jet first. That is going to be the priority target. He will spot up the Jet, but the sprays are not connecting, but Shufrix's sprays are going to connect more than easily, and that is how we're going to be seeing Exceeli denying match point for LarioX, and 9-11 is going to be the scoreline in favor of LarioX.
A really well played round coming from Exceeli, and I have to say the fake not really effective, but it was all onto Hatecrew and Missile, who did all the damage onto LRX while they're entering to the side B. Even though the entry was denied, that distracted the players of LRX enough to the players who were faking B to go in from the flank all the way from their own base to get some of those crucial frags into Hermione, and leaving Lunatic in a 1v2. He had to clear every angle, as you said. It wasn't really an easy task to do, and it was a good attempt, but regardless, we're going to see Exceeli winning that round. And now we're going to see, still in the lead, LRX with a 2-round gap, but Exceeli is starting up with that round win. This could be the momentum boost with which they can sort of start to take more rounds in their favor and take the lead, possibly, as we see the Astra ultimate being used from Hatecrew, and he's gonna isolate Experiment 52. He was trapped in that corner. There's nothing he can do. Duke with a frag onto Hermione. We're gonna see her, sorry, not Hermione, Lunatic. Hermione pulling up the ultimate onto and getting a frag onto Hatecrew. NBS getting a trade on Duke. Fancy with one more onto NBS, making this a 3v2 favor of Exceeli, as the bomb plant is gonna go down from the hands of Missile. And Hermione is trying to go for a peek. I think he was spotted by Shoestreak there. And Kyojin, he's playing really passively with that operator. Shock Dart is going to connect for a little bit. And Hermione's trying to go for sprays with the recon information, but he's not going to be able to connect. The bot is going to be placed by Fancy, immediately destroyed. Well played. Shock Dart is going to attack Missile. Not much as intended, but they're still holding strong. And there's a player coming from Glass Box. It is Fancy. And they all peek together on Hermione. Shoestreak is going to steal the kill, making this 10-11. And LRX are now in much trouble as they don't have enough economy to possibly go for a full buy. They do have some of the players are gonna have to go for some Spectres maybe, but they can afford rifles, a couple of them. but they are going to be going for an eco round. And Exceeli, this is their chance to take the lead. If they can win this round, I mean, LRX have won 50 rounds quite easily before, but so have Exceeli. So if they can take this buy round with comfort, then they can make this 11-11, and we can have a much more entertaining match for in our hands in this night.
Let's see if Exceeli can make it happen. Well, possibly they can with their arsenal. Kyojin is not gonna go under the radar because he will be spotted out, and Zufrix is gonna rely on the information, and he will find the entry they were looking for. And looks like objective B is pretty much a free real estate for the attackers to take, and yes, they will just go in and they will find absolutely nobody. Even though the Astra is not gonna be taking any risks, he will try to concuss the players inside. Fancy is gonna be playing very, very passively. Envious, however, is gonna be trying to do the flank, but he will be spotted out by Missile, and Missile is gonna be on the rampage. He's gonna keep looking for Lunatic here, but there is a slight slither of through the smoke, but I don't think he's gonna be able to find that. But still, there's the shout darts coming in. Lunatic just might find the kill on the Fancy, but no, that's not gonna be the case. And Exceeli is gonna secure a flawless round for the equalization, and either this is gonna be overtime or this is gonna be a victory for one team. One more round in favor of any teams. It's gonna be match point for that team. I wonder which team is gonna be able to take that, and I think. Excuse me, Arda. I think LRX is gonna try to calm themselves down as well, as they are also gonna be going for their own tactical timeout. Well, obviously, Exceeli is also gonna be allowed to take that timeout because they can also try to predict how their opponents are gonna be planning. They can also try to get their plans straight. 11-11. Trust me, I'm not gonna take any predictions now, Kirito.
Neither will I. This is looking like the most equal-sided match I have seen in quite a bit. I mean, even in the past matches I've seen these two sides face together, there have been certain spots where I was able to distinguish them quite easily. Like in this aspect, we do see Exceeli playing quite a bit better than LRX, maybe aggressively, maybe playing with their utility more. But on this matchup, we're seeing both sides play in all aspects of the game: teamwork, utility, gunfights, everything. And rotate every aspect of Valorant is being played on the same level from both sides. So it's really hard to separate them. And even the scoreline is suggesting that we did see a slight lead coming out of LRX, but Exceeli, they were quick to regain that the lost ground that they had. Now we're on 11-11, and that much closer to overtime possibly. And match point too. Let's see who's gonna take the first match point. I think LRX are in a midpoint disadvantaged state economy-wise. If Exceeli are able to win this round, this is gonna be really bad situation for LRX to play the match point on eco weapons. But that is a risk they're gonna have to take to deny the match point. As we see Kyojin, he's gonna even go for an operator, as we're gonna be starting this very crucial 23rd round in the matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We've been here all night. This is just the first map, so we can expect much more action as Kyojin aggressively peeks on this mid area on top of Catwalk. He's not going to spot any aggressive push towards mid yet from the side of Exceeli, but they are stacking in B main. They are really tempted to go to this mid link area, but they're going to hold their temptations for now. As we see Kyojin, he's going to rotate and join his teammates in B, which is only being held by Experiment 52 and Hermione. There is some Sova and there is some Cypher utility present there, which can definitely be useful in denying the entry, but it's Astra and Killjoy utility is going to be even difficult for them. But Shustik runs into Johnson, and we're going to see him get a frag onto Experiment 52, but Hermione, that's not his ultimate, sir. That is Missile's ultimate. That's going to deny any more resistance in their push coming in. They're going to be able to take this B side with relative ease, and they're going to be able to set up for a post-plan scenario as well, as we see Sage Wall going down in CT and Killjoy Alarm Bot in Market. They are pretty well equipped to win, to take LRX on in the post-plan scenario. We do see Missile even going on a flank from Market. This could be really detrimental. We might see Exceeli winning this round with the economy advantage, but Shustik with a well-placed headshot. A second one! Triple kill for him. Envious with the trade, but the trades come in and the winner was Exceeli on top, and 12-11 the score. Exceeli on match point, and look at the economy of LRX. They can go for some buys, but I think some of the players will have to go for SMGs, maybe half armor. We do see Kyojin, who stopped fragging for his team. He's got no armor to play at all, so this is not looking good for LRX. If they're able to win this, hands down, they are the best team. I don't even care, but it's a big ask for them. Let's see how they're gonna play this final round. possibly final round.
Well, this is indeed the final round because even if it hits overtime, the economy is gonna be reset. So it's really not gonna be a concern that if you save anything, it's gonna be something you can celebrate with. So either way, this is gonna be the final round for the economy wise. So let's see how it will be. Shufrix is gonna see the wire and will also release the drone. And there is the ultimate coming in from the side of Killjoy. So that can be a huge problem for the defenders because Experiment, if he is not rescued by his teammates, he's just gonna be a fish in a barrel for some time, and undoubtedly he is gonna be detained. And there you go, the detention is gonna be coming in. Shufrix is trying to find the play, and there you have it. The fish in a barrel is gonna take the bite, and the plan is gonna go down without any given resistance. And with 4v5, it's gonna be really hard for LRX to take this retake, considering all of the rotations are cut off. But let's see how LRX is gonna be reacting to that. There is the pushes coming in. There's so many smokes in the vicinity. Lunar is gonna be picking up the first kill, but there's a refrag coming from the side of Ensign, and Ensign is gonna be picking up the double kill, the triple kill.
My God!
And we're gonna be seeing Exceeli exceeding the limits, and they will take map number 1, 13-11. What an execution, what a map, and what a bloodbath on the very last round. Oh my God.
Fancy and absolutely destroying that whatever attempt LRX had mustered up for that retake with a 4K. I mean, we did see Missile. He was on the flank. He was like, play safe, guys. I'm coming on a flank. I'm gonna get a couple of kills. We're gonna win this last round with relative ease. But Fancy doesn't need that. He's just going in for the spray. I think he had a Bulldog as well. I'm not sure. No, he did have a Vandal, but it was such a well played round from their side. They took the site with ease. They got a bunch of frags. And I mean, Fancy 9, he was just absolutely insane with those spray transfers, running them in the round even before a minute had gone down to the site. So we are gonna find the winners of our first match, ladies and gentlemen, in the map of Ascent. Exceeli have taken the cake, 13-11 the score, a really close matchup, but it was the map pick of LRX. So going into the second map of Bind, which is picked by Exceeli, I'm assuming that Exceeli are gonna have a bit of an advantage going into that map. So it's going to be a lot more pressure on the side of LRX to win that map, to keep themselves in this grand final for a chance to win ESPL PowerUp Series 5. So we are going to be taking a short break till then. We're going to be bringing you the second map in a little bit as we are going to be preparing for that. So till then, stay with us, share the stream, like the page, do all that stuff, and we will be back in a short while.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to be back with the second match of the day. In case you guys missed the first map, LarioX lost against Exceeli, a very heartbreaking defeat with a scoreline of 13-11 in favor of Exceeli. So let's see how the second map is going to be played out. This map is selected by Exceeli, as you can see on your screen. Joining me once again is going to be Kirito. Kirito, what's going to be your thoughts on the second map of Bind?
Bind, it's a really good map, and I've seen Exceeli play in it. They're really well coordinated in this matchup. Especially, I think they might come in with a Viper play from one of the players we are seeing in the agent selection right now. I won't be surprised as we do see a Viper play coming in, but this time it is from LRX.
Lunatic.
It is Lunatic who's playing the Viper. This is the first time I'm seeing LRX going for a Viper pick right now. but we do have another Omen present for them. So we will be seeing a double controller play coming in from them. We will see two duelists as well. So no Sentinel. That's going to be really, really worrying in the defensive sides for them. But in the attacking, I do expect them to play really comfortably into the side with the Viper and Omen utility. But for the side of Exceeli, we do see Missile going with that Viper and Astra coming in from the side of Hate Crew. So that is a really good lineup coming in from them. Those utilities are really, really useful in playing a really defensive role in favor of Exceeli, and especially in Bind, yeah, as well. We do see really good Viper lineups coming out from some of the international players. So if Missile is able to recreate some of that, it would be really useful. But for the side of LRX, I must say, Square 52 is going to be playing the Raze as usual, and he is a force to be reckoned with in that map. So don't underestimate him. We have seen him before fragging out there, flying around with a Raze. So overall, agent lineup wise, I think it's a pretty equal lineup from both sides. It's evenly matched for me. I just want to see how they implement these agents into the matchup as we're going to be going into the first round. We will be seeing Exceeli defending again in the first half and LRX in the attacking side.
Well, about the composition, Kirito, the only Sentinel we're seeing in this game is going to be brought from Duke's Sage. So I guess they're actually not keeping a main Sentinel here. Rather than that, they're actually going for the utilities Sage brings in. Well, that is going to be the strategy. We are seeing some roles being swapped around because Fancina is actually the player who tends to go for the Sentinel here, but this time around he is going to be the entry fragger, the only duelist from the side of Exceeli. Well, we are seeing a lot of smokers. Well, that's not surprising because, you know, this map is full of corners, and sometimes if you can cut off the rotations on those corners or the choke angles, you can actually surprise your opponents, or let's say you can burn some time. So I guess that's gonna be playing a huge role when it comes to playing the smokers here. Let's see if it is the case or not. But other than that, I really appreciate the pick coming in from the side of Experiment going for the Raze, because I've said it multiple times. I'm gonna say it again. The amount of projectiles used on this map and its usability and its effectiveness is really devastating. Like, you have the mollies coming in from the side of the Phoenix, you have the grenades coming in from the side of Experiment. So obviously LRX is going to be having an upper hand here, and let's see if they can hold on to that, because Exceeli, well, they did start very weakly on the first map, but eventually they did prove to be strong and they did take their map victory. As I mentioned, when the map started, this map specifically, it was a very heartbreaking defeat for LRX. Let's see how this will be played out. And not to mention the Viper pits coming in, the Snakebite coming in from both of the side of the teams. So obviously the projectiles are going to be the elephant of the room, undoubtedly. And I think the tactical timeout has come to an end. Yes, it has. And we're going to be getting into the first special round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see which team is going to be able to take it home and which team is gonna be crowning themselves as the champions of ESPL Bangladesh Valorant Invitational Season 5. You did, in case you guys have missed the first map, it was a very death racy one, and I'm pretty sure this map itself is not gonna be an exception. Exception or not, we're gonna be seeing a full-on aggression coming in on the side of B. There is the S word coming in from the Astra, and there is Fancina who's gonna be spotted on him. He's gonna be the first casualty as Duke is gonna be getting a kill onto Kyojin. But there's a refresh coming in from Envious as well. Envious is gonna pick up Shu, and now he can try to recover the orb because he wants to get his ultimate as fast as he can. And looks like the spike is also gonna make its way inside of the objective. There's a space coming in from Experiment, and the Experiment is gonna be successful as the objective is gonna be completely under attacker control. 2v4 situation, and the retake is gonna be fairly easy considering it is an if a pistol round. Mistal is gonna get the information onto Experiment, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do much. There is the Snakebite coming in, which will do some damage to the target Viper, to the targeted Raze, but still it's not gonna be the end of the world. 2 kills are gonna be coming in from the side of Exceeli, but still the first pistol round is gonna be going in favor of LRX. A very well execution once again. Let's see if LRX can take their revenge on the first map.
Just like the first match, we do see again LRX taking the first pistol round, and they're gonna have the advantage. But look at Exceeli this time. They're going for force buys as well, and I'm not sure if LRX are gonna be expecting that. This is a really unique strategy coming out of them. They're trying to play really aggressive now on this A side. I think they're gonna be fast executing this with the Viper and Astra utilities. Really well placed from Missile and Hate Crew, and I'm expecting to see a really fast rush as we're gonna see LRX again pushing in from all angles of the shower. clearing it in. We're gonna see Hermione with a drone. He's gonna give information that no one is really playing inside the site. We do see in the map that Shoestreak was playing the Sova along with the missile with the Viper. They are holding inside U-Haul strong, and they're gonna give the site to LRX. So we're gonna overextend. I think they're waiting for the overextension, but the Viper utility coming in from Lunatic is gonna provide them quite a bit of cover, but not for long, as the Viper poison will run out eventually. But Experiment 52 is gonna be the first one to take a frag onto Fancy 9. A duelist taking out a duelist, and he is still causing quite a bit of havoc in this A-short region. We do see the players of Exceeli all grouped up inside this U-Haul, outside this U-Haul area. If they peek through this, they're gonna take significant damage from the Viper utility, but Duke is a brave man. He walks through the Viper. Smoke is gonna get a frag. Lunatic with 2. Duke is gonna get triple kill, but he doesn't get the final one. Not the final, the second to final one, which is gonna be taken down by Kyojin, giving them another round. And the force buy has backfired for LRX. Sorry, Exceeli, my bad. I keep messing up the names. And we're gonna see them go for an eco. We're gonna see them go for an eco again with these pistols, and I think this should be another free round for LRX. So we're gonna have possibly a 3-round lead, especially how much momentum boost they had after that really well executed force buy from Exceeli. They have to be feeling themselves, and they're feeling a tad bit aggressive in this attacking half.
Well, they are looking for those rounds after all, Kirito, and looks like they are gonna be showing the aggressions as well. And there is the aggression. Kyojin's gonna pick up the first kill onto Duke, and looks like Fancy 9 is spotted out, and he was stuck, and he is gonna take the bite from Envious, and looks like Hitki is also gonna be spotted, but he will get a kill with the Sheriff though, but he is slightly low on HP. And there is the run it back coming in, and there's the Astra on the run. Astra may not run too far away, but he will have to make a play here. But with a Sheriff in hand against 4 players, this is really gonna be the end of the world, and he will pick up 1 kill out 1 tap, but that's all he's gonna get. A very well execution once again from the side of LRX. Well, considering it was an eco, Exceeli just had to take it. They just didn't do much, so that's how it is. 2-3 in favor of Exceeli here. Sorry, what am I saying? Well, actually, trust me, Kirito, you and I come from the same planet, so we tend to mix up the names. And actually, it's gonna be LRX to take the lead. Let's see if Exceeli can take it home now. And we do see an operator from the side of Missile. So let's see if the difference is gonna be coming in this time around or not. 3-0 in favor of LRX.
A really crucial round coming in. Exceeli with their first buy round. Immediately, Missile with the operator trying to play aggressive in the shower region. He's gonna be forced back from Hermione's recon bolt as he takes the orb. That will bring him that much closer to his ultimate. He's only 2 orbs away, actually, and we do know how effective he is, Hermione, with that Sova agent, as we do see the rest of the players of LRX rotating towards B. See a lot of activity in this hookah area as we see Hermione is going to drone off hookah. It is completely clear, and information is there that I think Fancy is behind this B side. Fancy will be holding a really passive position. We do see Duke being discovered from that recon. Spams are gonna come in from Experiment 52, but those won't be connecting. We do see the Astra smokes providing cover from Hate Crew. They are rotating towards this B side to help their teammates out to defend this side. Only 50 seconds left in the matchup, so they still have some time to make decisions on which side they want to push. We do see the orbs are being taken full control by the side of LRX, and the first frag, Envious through the smoke onto Fancy, through the wall actually of the mid-turn Hate Crew with a trade on Experiment 52. Hermione is gonna get 1 more onto Hate Crew, and this is a 4v3 in favor of LRX, but we do see Duke lurking in this elbow as the wall goes down. Another one comes up, but Hermione doesn't clear that angle as the smoke comes in a tad bit late, and he's gonna try and find 1 more, but Kyojin, along with that Molly from Envious, is a work of art, but oh, Shoestreak's coming in. What are these angles? Cell with an op kill, and it is a 1v2. It is all on to Lunatic, but oh, does he have Viper lineup?
Oh my
Geometry.
god!
He might really be able to deny him. No.
Excuse me?
Oh, he does? No, he doesn't. What happened?
But he did get the kill.
How close was that?
We have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions with you, Lunatic.
My brain is falling apart.
We need to talk. Well, he did not deny the refusal, sadly, but
He got the kill though. I think.
oh dear.
I think Missile did have the operator, and I think it was not picked up from Shoestreak.
No, it was picked up. It was picked up because it's in the.
No, maybe. he
I
bought
believe it
another one.
was, but
I'm not sure, but
will
he's gonna
never
walk
know.
into but he's gonna put a headshot on Missile, who had the operator, but just with a trade on Hermione with a Guardian. He's gonna be able to keep the A side safe, relatively safe for now. We do see Kyojin lurking in from A short, but Hate was gonna take care of him, making this a 4v4. X-Men 52 right in front of him is Fancy, but there is an Astro Star there, which will be providing some resistance as the smoke goes on. I would have preferred he use something else there, but it is the star will be recovered as Fancy gets a frag onto Lunatic, giving them the advantage even more. 2v5 now in favor of Exceeli. As both players from LarioX are in this B region, NVS pulling the run it back. He's trying to push into the side. Maybe get a bomb plant down while in this ultimate form. Will he be able to?
He doesn't have the ultimate, by the way.
He's not. Sorry, it's not the ultimate. My bad. I thought he
Will
was
have
the
the
ultimate.
Player
And
standing.
NVS, he will be finding one frag. Expect to taking down Duke before he dies. And NVS trying to push into CT, but from the back of his head, too sweet with a ball place headshot. And we're gonna see Exceeli taking a couple rounds in their favor in a row. 2-3 the score. The LRX finally, I think they might have to rethink their economy decisions quite a bit now.
They will have to make it happen, and I think they are going to be opting to go for a half-buy thingy because I do see Envious able to buy a full shield and a full-fledged assault rifle here, but can't say the same for his remainder of the teammates, so I think they are going to be going for an eco instead. Yes, they will be going for that with 2 SMGs on the arsenal. So let's see how it will be. Well, for some reason, the operator is not being very effective as there is the judges which will do the judgment calls and, sorry, the sheriffs actually, which will destroy the gambits. And now, I think NBS is going to be on the hunt. He will, unfortunately, will run out of the run it back. And the objective is pretty much safe to go for the plan. The experiment is going to be going for just that. And there is a long angle held on by Hermione. And I think he is going to find the kill on the jet, but it's the targeted Sage. But no, that's not going to be the case. But Shoot Freaks, where have you been? He's going to pick up 2 kills out of the blue. And now he can go for the side of the flank. And I think he might do that. But eventually that is going to be a long rotation for him. There is a Astral Division coming in. On the Cosmic Divide coming in. There's the Hunter Spirit being popped out as well. And I think Shufrix knows exactly where the Phoenix is. But no, he will not get the targeted scores. And eventually they will have to push in to get the kills. Kyojin is going to pick up a kill with the Sheriff. But now it's going to be a 1v2 and make it a 2v0. NVS is going to pick up the kill. What was that round, ladies and gentlemen? So much confusion, so much action. LRX will prevail Exceeli from taking the lead, and they will hold on to their lead for their own. 4-2 is gonna be the scoreline. What is this map? My God.
I think this Astra is just messing with my brain. You know, Astra is truly a controller, fits the role perfectly. So much that even me observing both sides of the match, observing both teams, knowing whatever they're doing, having every information, I'm still getting started for what is happening in the matchup. An aggressive push by Hansi. We do see a 4th another experiment. Oh no! Doesn't get the triple kill. Is there for the trade, making this a 4v2. But B side has opened up like a birthday present for them. And we do see the 2 players, Susrik and Missile, going for the retake, trying to play to defend this side. We do see a Viper ultimate available as Lunatic gets 1 frag. Missile with a trade, but immediately Lunatic is gonna get another frag. And Viper diff, if I might say. I never thought I was gonna say this word in a Bangladesh tournament, but Viper diff. It's actually happened. Both teams are playing Viper.
Well, Viper is obviously the character who needed love for a very long time, and I think she is in a very suitable or a preferable location now. I'm not gonna call her overpowered, but the thing I'm gonna call overpowered is LRX's aggression. The way they are playing it, Exceeli is just not able to hold on to them, and I think Exceeli is really having a hard time, and I think they can make it happen, but there is the Viper Speed being deployed by the side of Exceeli, but unfortunately, now the Viper is going to be locked inside of B, because if she wants to hold on to this Viper Speed, he will have to make sure that he stays inside. Well, the Sage can leave, but I don't think LRX is going to be going for a B aggression anymore, but that is obviously going to be opening up some opportunities for Exceeli, because they're gonna have some more, privileges when it comes to the A aggression, because there is so many utilities being tossed in by the Astra as well. And there is the S coming in, but still looks like LRX is gonna be finding themselves on the top, because if NC9 is gonna be the first who will take the bite here, and looks like it's gonna be keeping happening. We're gonna be seeing Lunatic deploying his own Viper Speed here. Oh my God, the Snake Ladies are gonna be on fire. They are angry, and now they're showing what their capabilities are. They're gonna be seeing the spike going down. It's gonna be a 3v2 situation. There is a heals coming in from Duke, but still, they will have to make so many plays happen. We're going to be seeing Envious getting 1. And there's a favors which was was so accurate, but still, it's not gonna be very effective. It's gonna be all up to Duke now, and he's gonna get paranoid. So much this Sage can take. He'll have to go in. He is taking the damage. He will be taken out by one hit, and there is a headshot to the face by Kyojin as LRX takes 6 rounds in consecutive order. They are really showing some play here. Exceeli is really struggling to hold onto their ground. Oh my god, Kirito.
Was basically a match of dodgeball. I mean, we're seeing Viper utility flying, we're seeing Sage utility flying, shock darts, recons. What else can you throw? Mollies, nades. What is happening?
Basically, they threw everything they had on the basin, and the basin just. You know what? Carry on, kids. I need some time to recover from this.
Just a messy salad recipe there. Everything was just inside that A side. But right now we're gonna be shifting our attention to the B side. That is where LRX are pushing. We do see an ultimate coming out of Hermione. He will tag Fancy, but he won't find the kill. He will in the end. Getting a frag with his ultimate. He's so consistent with that. We do see Hermione. And getting a second one to miss out. The TP coming in. Will he get a third? But not yet. His Hateku's just swinging around, getting a frag onto Hermione. NBS with the trade. Shoespeak with a deagle. Getting 2 kills. He will pick up a rifle as well. X-Man 52 is trying to get a frag onto Duke. He's trying to throw the nade, but doesn't have enough time. Both players in this side. Kyojin, if he goes to the A side, which is completely open, I'm not sure if he knows if Shoespeak is here as well. If he does, he would definitely want to rotate to the A side. Right now in this 1v2, I think his teammate just feeded him the information after what that messy round was, that maybe both of the players are here. And he's slowly walking over to A. No, he's going towards B long. I mean, this could all be on timing. If he takes long enough to rotate, maybe the players of Exceeli are gonna think he's gone.
I think that is the case, buddy. I
They're
think
going
that
for
is
a
the
revive. Oh no, this is not gonna be easy. It's a 1v3 and they are going back to the side of B. Kyojin should be well aware that there are at least 2 players in Zuka, and one of them is Duke, who is right in front of his face. He has the bomb, 10 seconds left. He has to make a decision quick. He gets a wall bang, but he doesn't get the second shot as Shoespeak. The X factor in this round, Shoespeak with that deagle. I mean, LRX were looking so confident pushing into that B side with such ease. Hermione opening things up. We do see Experiment 52 also getting some more ground in that B-long area, but Shoespeak with the deagle getting 2 frags, even getting the final frag onto Kyojin. Well played from both of them, but there are still ways to go, as they do get some breathing room economy-wise, but still the pressure is on them.
Well, they are feeling the pressure definitely, but still we are going for yet another buy round here from both sides. Let's see which team is going to be able to take that. LRX has their breeding zone here. They will have the flexibility, but can't say the same for Exceeli. Well, it was a very messy round to say the least. And Fancy being on the flank, I think he can make some damage, but there is the initial kill onto Lunatic. So that is good, but still they will have to make some more plays here. NVS is going to be on the running back, and he will deny 1 kill, but he is still going to be alive because of the ultimate. But they will have to find some more kills in order to take the control of the objective. And there is the grenades coming in. There is the Leers coming in. Well, so many utilities being tossed inside of A. Invenge is going to be going for U-Haul, but he's going to be punished for that. Fancy did predict that a triple kill, but not the 4th, as Kyojin is going to be getting rid of him. H2 is still inside of U-Haul, but I think he does another location of the Omen, but doesn't matter. Kyojin knows exactly where he was, and there is the kill. It's gonna be a 2v2. The Sova is gonna be revealing the Owl drone, and it's gonna reveal his location as well, but still he's gonna get the kill. It's all up to Kyojin. Now Kyojin can take the rotation to B, and he's gonna do just that with the Out of Shadows, and now he can go for the plan. He does have the time. He has a lot of flexibility to go for, but he will have to get the kills as well. The Sova, however, has the ultimate prepared, and that is gonna be the only threat for Kyojin. Kyojin is gonna be opting to go for the garden area. There is the star, but the star is not going to be effective anymore because the Astra is dead. And Exceeli is trying to get as much information they can possibly on the Omen, but still I don't think they're going to be able to do much because Kyojin is playing as a ghost inside of garden, but Duke is going to be going for the swing and he might just get the kill, but no! Duke is going to get the kill, and we're going to be seeing Exceeli taking one more round, 4-6 from the scoreline. What an execution coming in from the side of Exceeli. Nice try by LRX, but still I think Exceeli has read how their opponents are going to be playing, and now they are going for the comeback. Either we're going to be having a balanced split, or maybe it's going to be a comparatively okay split. I'm going for a 7-5 or can be a 6-6. Let's see how it's going to be. Still in favor of LRX, however, but I really wonder how Exceeli is going to be reacting to that.
Absolutely. Exceeli taking full advantage of what I think the issue was for LRX there. They overextended from Hall
Impressive.
into the backside. And we're simply missile how exactly he uses those Viper lineups, the one-way smoke on A short. So Viper mains take note. And I think LRX have realized that they made a really fatal mistake of overextending through U-Hall. They tried to gain much more ground and tried to go for more frags in the backside where there was a Duke present there, but that ended up them standing in a really messy spot and them not being able to get the frags. But we're going to see the first frag from Fancy9, but Lunatic with a trade, fast trade. We're going to see 4v4 right now. Ultimate's available. Was available for Experiment 52, but not any longer because he is no longer in the equation. But there is still Fancy9. Sorry, not Fan. I'm just messing the names. Shoestring playing the Sova. He still has the Hunter's Fury to deny a bomb plan. But the bomb is with Hyojin all the way in hookah. As the rotation coming in from Shoestreak is gonna go back to A, and they spot. Oh, Duke, a well-placed shot all the way from backside onto Kyojin in hookah. He might even go for a second. Hermione is wide peeking. He's just standing in the middle. He's like, come for me. He doesn't connect those shots quite enough, and the Viper wall is gonna go up from Missile. But still, NVS is opting to push through that. He is solo and HP. The decay is gonna bring him in now. But a well-placed headshot onto Duke. That's gonna open up the side quite a bit. As there's only one player alive. Hate Crew, he's gonna get taken out. Making this a 3v2. But Shoestreak, he is ready with the Hunter's Fury. They're gonna go for a deep home plant, and that's gonna deny it in the plant. He's gonna tag Hermione. So much damage can he get to? He tags every single player. They're all half HP. They're making that much more easier for him and Missile to get those frags. Time's not away, but what is happening? 1v1. But oh, Lunatic keeping his teams alive with a 4K. That was such a messy post-plan scenario, but they get the win and keeping their lead 7-4 the score. And if LRX go into this defensive half with a round lead, this could be very fatal for the side of Exceeli, as they are not actually the most strong attacking wise, because Fancy9 being the only duelist in their team, and Missile and Hate Crew not actually performing as well as I thought they would. The utility is there, especially from Missile, but the fragging capabilities, which is necessary in the attacking half, is not there for them. So it's going to be really tough for them with a round disadvantage going into the defenders, in the attacker seat. So let's see what happens in this very important final round of the first half.
Well, after this round, as you mentioned, we will be seeing Exceeli on the attacking round. I think they're going to be going for the traditional executions, because usually back in the days, we used to see that players used to go for an A execution and they used to wall off the side of A and then they went for the plan. I think Exceeli is actually opting to go for just that, because after their roster swap, they have seen so many changes. Like Zolo Crazy is not playing here. Like, I remember Zolo Crazy used to be their main fragger, as far as I remember. Hate Crew used to be the smoker, who is still being the smoker. Shufrix used to be the secondary fragger, or the jet. But still, they're actually having a pretty hard time to, get it up and set up. But eventually they will be doing that, I think. Well, we did see Mock in action for some times, but I guess Mock was not a very perfect fit for the team. But still, he will be back to his home ground. And now, despite of that, we're seeing Exceeli still having a pretty hard time, because Sage is going to be the first casualty of the game. Well, we do see Fancy9 going for the ultimate with the Empress, but she will have to make it very, very effective. He is with the Astra though, but how effective is it going to be? That is going to be a big, big question mark from Maya. And Hermione is going to be nearby, and he can try to push in for the Viper, but there is the Sova right near the boxes. Fancy9 is going to be trying to play it very, very silently, but the Empress is going to be running out very soon. So the Empress is not going to be a very effective one, and I think it just ran out in any second now. Yes, it will run out. And NVS is gonna make his way inside of the blue hall. Missile, however, is gonna get 2 kills along with the spike control and make it a 3K. Is he gonna find more? I think he will. Hermione is right in the sights of the Viper, but still it's gonna be a 1v1. Fancy versus Hermione. Fancy is a very dangerous fragger. There is no question about that, but still, there is a one tap coming in from Hermione. What was that? That was disgusting. That was
switching sides.
Just, oh my god. That is a visual representation of demoralization, Kirito. 8-4 is gonna be the split. LRX. What an execution. You must give it to Hermione, man. You must give it to Hermione.
What was that shot? I mean, that shot just made my day. I was having a rough day. I was not feeling that good, but that shot just made me smile. It was so clean, a precise one tap, and a very difficult moving Fancy9 as well. We love to see those shots, and that's gonna give such a high morale for the side of LRX as they move on to this defensive half with a comfortable lead and having a good lineup as well. We do see the Viper and Omen. This could be a really deadly combination of dual controllers, but don't count the Astra and the Viper from Exceeli out yet. We do know that they have been playing that meta longer than LRX, so they might have some more strategies planned as they're aggressing towards the east side. The only players present there are Hermione and I think it is Envious, and they're going to be backed up in the corner in elbow, not being able to deny the entry quite yet, but the entry is not yet done from the side of Exceeli. Kyojin is here to lend a hand in CT to help defend this side. There is still the Viper wall ever present in A. You never know when Missile might be sneaking through that wall, but so far, I think Experiment 52 is going to have not much trouble holding on to that A side as we see Kyojin rotating back to A, but the execution is at B from the side of Exceeli as they jump in unison as they're trying to take the side, but Hateful is going to get the first frag onto Hermione, making this a 4v5. There is still NBS in that corner. I think they heard the sound of the gun switch. They're looking in that elbow region as the smoke dissipates. They do see the slight body of Hate Crew as he's jiggle picking. Kyojin joins in, but he's going to get taken out by Hate Crew. Maybe a triple kill for Hate Crew right now as he's going in for the repeat. NBS with a frenzy, not getting work done at all. But his teammates are coming in from CT trying to do some help. But Fancy9 is going to deny Experiment 52 any more kills, making this a 5v2. 5v1 now as Missile takes him down. NBS with a frag before dying, denying the flawless round. But True Fix will finish things off. And the first pistol round, as poetic as it is, just like the first map, going in favor of Exceeli. And right now we're going to see Exceeli go for a full buy LRX with a hardcore eco, all classics. I don't think they're going to go for armor or anything else either. So we do see a pause timer coming in for the side of LRX. So I think they want to plan out their every move, have some just have everyone have some conversation, make sure everyone knows their role before they go into this next buy round from the side of Exceeli.
I guess the pause timer is not going to be very relevant because it just happened for like 3 seconds or something. But either way, that eco round was something LRX can take damage from because they have a good amount of rounds to recover from. So they are really not going to be having too much about that. And there you have it. We're going to be seeing LRX going for their eco. But for Exceeli, they are going for the anti-eco here, and let's see if they can find success here or not. They will find a lot of setups being deployed on the side of B, and I think they're going to make their way to A, and for some reason, A is going to be a free real estate for Exceeli. Not to mention, Kyojin just got disconnected, so I think the pause is really going to be an effective and an important one on the upcoming round, and there is the Astro Stars being deployed, which will give them some cover, and I think this plan is going to be going down in a second. There's a wall, as I mentioned, so the OG stats are going to be there, but the Astra, yeah, he will make his way to the spike, and to the objective, and he will go for the plan. And Duke is going to be holding onto the U-Haul, and I think he just might pick up a double. There's so many noises coming in, and he will pick up the double. As I mentioned, Shubrix is going to find his own double as well. It's all of the AFK player. Well, Omen can't do much, and there is the calls coming in from Lunatic that the last player is AFK. Actually, might doubt that are they lying or something, but no, that's not the case, and that is going to be a flawless round on the board of Exceeli. 6-8 still in favor of LRX, and there is going to be a pause because without Kyojin, it's going to be slightly hard. So we are going to be heading into the pause. A very well execution once again from the side of Exceeli, but I think LRX is going to be starting to play from this time around because now they are going for their full buys.
Well, that was a really well executed round for Exceeli. A flawless round to be more specific, but they are still in those bonus weapons, and we're going to see LRX advancing to those rifles, the ARs in their hands. So that's going to give them some advantage, and they still have the round lead. They are 8-6 ahead, which is quite a bit of a difference for Exceeli to make up. It's not impossible, but we have seen LRX play really dominantly in this defensive of Bind, and so far from what I have seen, they are playing really coordinated as well, using the utilities, denying the entries, going for double peaks. Really well played from them. And I think another player for Exceeli is got AFK. But as I was saying, it's going to be really tough for Exceeli to take down this fully kitted out LRX squad with rifles, with full armors, except for NBS. But other than that, Exceeli have a tall task ahead of them to come back from this. And they have all they need. They just need to sort of rally their thoughts together, rally their focus, and have the same objective in mind, how to push into the side, how to execute side step by step, clearing all the angles, using the utility where they need to, and going into the post-plan scenario with the man advantage and having a utility setup in that scenario. Because whichever the state it is, entry denial or bomb plan denial, whatever this scenario is, LRX have a plan for that. So that is the same thing Exceeli need to have their focus on. And then maybe they have a chance to come back at this if they can maintain their economy long enough. So overall, it's going to be a really tough match for them for both sides, as I was saying. So I'm just more excited to see more Valorant play coming out from these sides because this is the grand final and both sides are going to give it all they have. And indeed, all they have, they are giving.
Absolutely. Well, you saying that actually reminds me that, yeah, we did see the first map getting into a very long run, and I'm really not going to be surprised if it's the case. And at this situation, I'm really not going to be surprised if it hits the third map because trust me, it is going to be a long night for us, for the viewers, and for the players. But despite of being a long night, I'm going to call it very worth it because this is the grand finals we expect to see, the grand finals we want to see. So let's see how it'll be. We are going to be seeing the last player from Exceeli side reconnecting to the game, and I think the barrier is going to be opening as the pause timer is going to be coming down. But either way, as you were saying, the economy management, yeah, that is going to be there. But still, I'm really not going to be saying that this team specifically is going to be having these issues. But I believe from the side of LRX, they are gonna be going for the full buy. If they can win this round, it's actually gonna be a successful one, and they can regain the economy management, and they will have an upper hand against Team Exceeli's economy. Considering they already have the advantage of points, they will have to just embrace that, and let's see if they can do that. And the pause timer is gonna be coming to an end. We're gonna be heading into the game once again, ladies and gentlemen. The buy round is gonna be coming in. Let's see how this buy round will be executed by LRX and how the bonus round from Exceeli will be played out. There is the Viper screens coming in, and there is the execution coming in as well. Fancy9 is gonna be going all out loud, and he is gonna be very fearless, but looks like his aggression is so marvelous. His aggression is so spicy. He's gonna get a kill onto Experiment. There is the equalization coming in from Envious. Duke is gonna be taken out, but Hit2 is gonna get the refract onto Envious as well. So the weapon is going to be recovered, and suddenly Exceeli is going to be taking a very fast rotation to B, and that is something LRX just did not predict. And the spike is going to go down without any given competition, and is going to get post-ban situation. With the man disadvantage, LRX will have to make a huge play happen, but they do have the arsenal advantage, so that can be something which can be a game changer. 2 Phantoms and 1 Vandal in the arsenal, but they will have to find the kills as well. And there is the division coming. Wait. Hold up. Never mind. We're gonna be heading into the. Well, trust me, the aggression's coming in, the adrenaline. Even I'm feeling that. Oh my god! To the smoke, to the division. We're gonna be seeing Kyojin getting a Kyojin being low on HP, and with that aggression on the board, Exceeli is just gonna clean that kill once again. Our clean round coming in, even though a lot of casualties happened from both teams' side. But Fancy9's aggression was the marvelous one. 8-7 being the scoreline still in favor of LRX. I think LRX is gonna have a surprise coming on in the upcoming rounds.
I mean, Exceeli going for the fake from Fancy who pushed in towards A short. It was he was able to pull like 3 players from B. It was really effective. Envious realizing the last second that there are players in hookah and this could be a fake, but that was not long enough as Exceeli already had the man advantage and they were able to plant the bomb at B. So LRX, they made some mistakes there, but I think they might realize they're going for an eco. Hermione trying that Marshall. He's good with that, but not connecting this time as he is so low on HP that I can't even see his HP bar. I'm gonna have to check manually. He's only 3 HP. So he is very well out of this equation as Fancy just walks.
Oh dear.
Hyper screen takes care of Lunatic. Man advantage coming in, but Duke's gonna get another frag. Shoes break with 1 more. And man advantage all the way around. It's only on Envious and Kyojin, who both have pistols in their hand. Kyojin has a Sheriff. Envious on the flank with a Frenzy. They're trying to get work done. Missile expecting the flank from Envious. He's holding their side there, and they're rushing the CT position right now. Kyojin with a headshot with a share onto Duke, and jumping shots coming out from Fancy. He's gonna pick up a Phantom. He rushes in to shoot, make a triple K, picks up another Vandal. Will we see a clutch? Kyojin is a really effective player. It's still possible, but there is still so much utility available for us. He's gonna go for the fake tap. Watch out the smoke. He sees Hate2, but Hate2 while jumping connects a headshot. If we got that kill there, we might have seen a very different round, but Exceeli taking 4 rounds in a row, this stacking half. I wasn't expecting them to play this aggressive in these 4 consecutive rounds, but they've made it work. They've equalized the whole matchup, 8-8 the score, and I just don't know what to expect now. I absolutely do not know as we go into this next buy round from both sides.
it's definitely going to be hard to predict anything now, Kirito. With the fact that Kyojin, well, he did not get the clutch, but obviously his performance is going to give away their morale and will increase the morale of LRX. And let's see if they can use that or not. This time around, we're seeing Fancy9 being way too aggressive. Well, this is something we barely saw from Fancy's side. Well, he used to play Sentinel, but now being the Reina player, he's making so much progress. And I think this is going to be a big execution because so many players are going to be stacking up here with the smokes in play, and I think this just may be the issue here. Fancy9 is gonna spot up the Sova's head, but he will fall back, or maybe trying to fake it out. But Exceeli is really trying their best to push it to the limits. On the previous map, Kirito, we saw the same thing happening, that for a very long time, Team LRX had the lead, but still Exceeli was able to bring it back. Well, it was an equalization back and forth, but this time around, it was more or less a domination. But looks like Exceeli is gonna deny that, and we're gonna be seeing a back and forth once again. Or maybe Exceeli is just gonna take the victory either way. And there is so many smokes in the vicinity, we can't even see anything. What is happening? Who turned off the sun? We're gonna be hitting into the execution. There's the wall, but it's gonna be destroyed into pieces thanks to Envious. There is the paranoia coming in. So many utilities, such a bloodbath. We're gonna be seeing 2 kills coming on the side of Exceeli, but there's a running back coming in as well. Oh my god, what is happening? We just do not know yet. But the spike, however, is gonna be going down. Envious is gonna be hiding inside the smoke. Experience is gonna find 1 kill, but there is a refrag coming in from the side of Shufrix. Envy is gonna fall, so will Lunatic. It's all up to Experiment now in a 1v3. He does have a gun to work with, but I think he's just gonna save it because the economy is not on his side. He does not have any credits at all, and now he will make a run for it. But the Astra is gonna be predicting that, and now he's gonna be chasing him down. And that is going to be giving away the victory or the lead for the side of Exceeli, undoubtedly. But there is a hunt coming in. The hunter is going to get hunted here. Experiment is going to get one, but now there's so many pressures coming in. In the end, we're going to be seeing HQ getting the kill onto Experiment. That save is going to be denied, and Exceeli is going to secure their lead. 9-8 is going to be the scoreline.
Such a well executed round at B. They used their utility perfectly. They held on patiently as well, finding an opening pick onto Kyojin, who was stuck in that cover region. He could have teleported it out. I was thinking about it. He could have teleported to backside and helped out Hermione, who was also in a world of trouble. Envy is the only one alive. He did get 1 frag. The rotations weren't good enough. That Viper wall, which, I mean, Missile just places every time at B, is enough for the players defending A to let them stay. But oh my god! What? Okay, stop, guys, stop. Finally,
this needs to stop.
I don't know what is happening. Missile's the only one. Like, it was like 2 seconds, and everyone is dead. There's only 3 players in the field right now. Kyojin, Hermione, and Missile. Missile is in the site, and I think Hermione is gonna use his drone to spot him out. Hermione is low on HP though. Oh, he has his back turned to him. He's predicting that maybe he has snuck into U-Haul, but Missile too. He's gonna see that recon, and oh, the timing. He doesn't spot Hermione. What is happening? The bomb is all the way in A short. Hermione, if he goes to A short right now, he's gonna find an easy pick. He does hear the noise of Hermione shooting his gun in backside, and Missile. He's gonna take the bomb. I think he's gonna try and go for the TP to B if he spots a player. Still going in. He's going towards E-Hall. He's gonna try and plant in A to clear everything out. Hermione is just holding so patiently. The wall has gone up, but he's gonna walk into Hermione's crosshair. And such a big gamble being paid off from the side of LRX. NB is getting a 3K. Hate Crew also, I think, got a 3K there. But absolute massacre is happening at that A short area. And I don't know what happened there, but it was insane.
Well, a game developed by Riot. We just witnessed a riot, my friend.
The references are everywhere.
I cannot say anything other than that. Well, I did say we might see the equalizations yet again, and trust me, it is happening. So this is gonna be a long night, as I mentioned. So let's see how long is it gonna be. We are seeing Fancy9 leading his pack to the side of B, but this is it's actually gonna be a pretty much split push coming in. The Astra's gonna be having the spike, and looks like this is gonna be a B aggression, but Exceeli is trying to play it slightly smart. They're not giving away too much information. There is the Viper lineups coming in, and looks like Shufrix is trying to get some information through the cloud, but it's really not going to be that effective. Shufrix does have the ultimate, so he may be having the upper hand here, but he will also have to get the information. I think they can try to play it safe. After the plan goes down, the ultimate is going to be popped out, and eventually that is going to be causing Exceeli's victory, because 4 ultimates are really not a joke. And there is the information being popped out from the side of Exceeli, and now LarioX is going to be denying the information from using the cartons of the Venom. And now The Venoms are going to be coming down. The Toxins are going to be coming down. And eventually, this may be an execution, but still, we are not seeing too much bold plays coming in. The only player playing in the vicinity of A is actually going to be Missile, and I think he's just trying to bait it out, but still the bait is really not going to be an effective term here because he is going to be up against 2 players, and there is a division coming in, and we're going to be heading into a rotation from the side of Exceeli. So the bamboozling is going to be there. HQ is going to be deploying all the stars he can for the concussing and the smokes. Kyojin, however, is going to find Fancy 9 as he was all by himself inside of B. So that is going to be putting Exceeli on a disadvantage, but still they can go for the plan. The time, however, is going to be running out. And there's the kill coming in from the side of Duke, and the spike is going to be going down. They have the time, but there's a party coming in. There's a showstopper coming in, and the showstopper is going to tow the shop. Stop the show. Bro, please don't bully me here. We're gonna be seeing the Hunter Spirit coming in, and we're seeing Shufrik getting a kill onto Lunatic as well. The plan has gone down, but there's the resurrection coming in as well onto HQ, and now it's gonna be 4v2. What is this round happening? So many utilities being tossed in. 3 or maybe 4 ultimates, should I say. So Kyojin's gonna be picking up his 3rd kill right there, and now it's gonna be all up to Kyojin, but Kyojin's not gonna find his kill here, as Duke is gonna pick up his own 3rd as well. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, the match itself has been so long, it has been so exciting that even I'm having a tongue-twisting moment here. Showstopper turned into something else. So you can predict what's happening here. 10-9 is going to be the scoreline in favor of Exceeli, but I really wonder if Exceeli is going to be hold on to that.
I'm sorry, Crystal. I love you.
Well, it's like that, buddy. I don't mind. Come on, we're having fun here.
Okay. Okay, that was.
Well, I did become a shopkeeper for some time because show became shop. But back to you.
Oh, tough to even I'm feeling the pressure right now. As we're gonna see another round going from the side of Exceeli. We Duke rushing in. He knows a player is there, but he doesn't check the angle. The bomb is dropped in front of Kyojin, but from behind Fancy, he's dropped in from Hoop. He's gonna get an easy frag onto Hermione as well. And the B side is completely opened up for them as 3 players from the side of A is gonna come in for the rotation. NVLC gets a frag with a frenzy. He's gonna pick up a Spectre, but Shoestreak's gonna equalize things up.
Oh dear!
What is happening? He has the
run it back.
He has his ultimate. He's gonna use the run it back. I'm not sure if he wants to though. He's gonna try and save it, but the players have had a great post-plan scenario, crossfire setup, and the poison is being used, but he's just gonna walk in to hit and missiles, crosshairs. And they get the easy win. It was such a good. Those shots were insane coming out of NVS. Unfortunately, his team could not do the same. They were more like walking into the crosshairs of the teammates. And in the end, it was a 1v2, which he could not win. A great attempt, though. But we're going to see Exceeli extending their lead 11-9 the score. And they are so much closer to taking it to a match point, possibly winning this entire tournament. But not if LRX has something to say about it, though, because they are going to go for a full buy. They do have a couple of ultimates available for them, which they would love to use. And they're going to be playing aggressive in A showers now. And Missile's going to say, nice try.
Well, the shower was a very huge location for Exceeli, LRX, and looks like they have taken the bite here, and looks like they just may be able to make it happen, but still, the man disadvantage is going to be there. The plan has gone down, and you know what, on the previous round, I would have said that NVS had a chance to use that ultimate, but I think now he's just wasting the utilities. He can try to do that now, and I think he heard me, and that's why he's going for that, but there is the suck coming in, which will slow his movement, and eventually, the running back is not going to be an effective one. 3v3 situation, and Hermione is going to be trying to open up that wall, and there is the flame wall coming in. HQ is going to be hiding inside of the smoke cloud, and eventually he's going to be spotted out by the Phoenix. But now I really wonder which team is going to be taking it. HQ versus Lunatic here. Lunatic does not have the HP advantage here, but he will have to in, and the time is also not on his side, and HQ is going to get the kill as he was just burning the time. Match point for Exceeli. Are they gonna be closing it out right here? That is gonna be a big question mark because LRX is really not having the home ground now, even though they can go for the full fight.
Economy-wise, they don't have armor. We're gonna see We're gonna see Kyojin going with a Guardian, a Spectre for Experiment 52, who isn't fragging like I thought he would, but look at that execution coming out of Exceeli. Those frags are so good. I mean, on pressure too, there was so much going on in most of these rounds. There was so much utility, so much confusion. Despite that, they were able to keep their cool and improvise and communicate these utilities even under pressure. Now they're in match point 12-9. They can easily win this if they want. They have a superior economy as well. They just need to play it slow as we see Fancy 9 aggressing towards this hookah, but Missile's gonna get the first frag on Ice, but he's playing so well in this late stage of the match. He's gonna get one player out of this equation as Lunatic is trying to aggress and Fancy is reading this perfectly, but he doesn't get the shot, the flick. He's gonna equalize things up, making this a 4v4. And we see NVS taking a lot of pressure, but he's gonna go through the TP as he avoids that Astro utility he spots. Oh, that's his teammate, by the way, I'm sorry. But we're gonna see a lot of players from Exceeli stacked in this, outside this hookah corner. All four of them actually. Sorry, all three of them, my bad. It's a 3v4 as we see a couple of ultimates available for them. Hate Crew with the Astro ultimate, so does Missile with the Viper ultimate. I think they can easily take a site and set up for a post plant with that. But they are going towards A, where do we see three players of LRX holding strong? Kyojin, Hermione, NVS. These guys are playing so well. Lunatic holding strong in B, but I think he's gonna have to rotate any moment right now as soon as Missile drops this wall. 30 seconds left in the clock. This could all come down to this for Exceeli. This final execution, final push to the side. And Kyojin, he's not gonna let them start off that easily, but Missile with the trade, NVS with a trade of his own, and Hermione keeping his team alive, winning that 3v3. And the 4v3 actually turning this into 12-10 scoreline as they have some more room to breathe in their economy. Exceeli though still have some money to go for first bites, but if they lose this, they're gonna have to eco after this round. So we could go into overtime all on this round.
Well, this is do or die for LRX now because Exceeli is sitting on match point, map point, and tournament points. And if this goes down, there's no coming back for LRX other than the next season of ESPL. So let's see how they will be reacting to that because as I mentioned, LRX is actually a team who has been trying to get the championship for a very long time, but ended up being on the second position pretty much every time. Because this is a Cinderella story, as I said, and looks like Exceeli trying their best to deny the Cinderella story because they are literally throwing every single utility they have just to secure this round. And I think they just may find success, but no! Experiment is gonna find a kill on defense, and even though the spike has gone down, but it'll have to take so much time just to go for the refusal because the coastal divide is still there. But eventually there is gonna be 100 popping up. There is one kill, there's two kills. It's all up to Experiment, and there is the ultimate coming in from the side of the Viper, and eventually this is gonna be a victory for Exceeli. Well, Exceeli did not start strong, but they will prevail the victory from LRX, and they will take two maps with a very close scoreline, 13-11 and 13-10, and they will not abandon their throne yet. They are your 5 times in a row ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Invitational champion. Congratulations. Oh, wait. Is it? Wait, it's actually Exceeli, right?
Exceeli, who won?
Actually, I saw on the screen that LRX won on the stream, but never mind. I think it was a miscommunication. But either way, congratulations to Exceeli for securing the victory. Well, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it's not something I'm going to be blaming to the organizers, because trust me, you've seen me blabbering, you've seen Kirito blabbering, and now even our admins are starting to get tired. But trust me, in the end, in the long run, this match and these two maps in general was worth it. What is going to be your opinion on that, Kirito?
It was such a good match, and especially I love seeing the Astra and the Viper play there. I mean, even though we are seeing Hate Crew Missile and I think it was
Kyojin?
No, it was a Lunatic playing those controller agents, and I have to say, even though they're in the bottom of the in the kill leaderboard, they were the ones who actually made the play of the game. They put up those confusing plays. They put up those Viper walls. They put up those rounds that actually messed with my head so much that I think I lost a couple of brain cells. But in the end, it was such a close match, such entertaining to see these teams perform under pressure. Especially, I think this match was way better than the last one, but it was such a close attempt from LRX. But in the end, Exceeli, I think the ability to maintain their cool in those pressurized scenarios, the ability to make decisions and actually execute them properly, and winning those clutch scenarios gave them the advantage. LRX, having all the firepower in the world, having all the fragging capability in the world, weren't able to organize themselves in the end, actually maintain communication, which might have resulted them in the victory. But that is it, though. That is, I think, the only thing that separated them from Exceeli, despite there being so many more factors. I think that is the one that actually stands out in my mind the most. So, well played to both teams. I absolutely enjoyed this match. I'm not going to forget this anytime soon. But props to both teams for a really well played match. Congratulations to Exceeli for winning the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 5 Invitationals. Another one in the bag for them. And that's pretty much it from me. I guess we're done for this series, and we will be
Yeah,
back
absolutely, Kirito.
in
So that is
Series
gonna
6.
be, yeah, obviously. Let's see how Series 6 is gonna be. Stay tuned with us, ladies and gentlemen. That is gonna wrapping it up. We're gonna be taking a break. We're gonna take a pretty long break actually after this match. So take care,
I need
good
one.
night, and auf Wiedersehen.